And we're live.
Good evening, everyone. Ed Evans, along with Butterflies and Sunshine. And on the other side, we have the lovely Rhonda from Fishing for Whiskers. This is a short notice pop up. You want to turn it down? And the reason why we're doing this little pop up here is to let everybody know that we will be starting up our channel next Wednesday. It's May 7th. And the reason behind that is my boat is being held hostage. Rhonda, would you like to bring up the picture of the parking lot?
Oh, is it in the?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me scroll down here and find it.
Speaking of which, I forgot to send to Donna again.
That one?
Yes. That way there, everybody can see the parking lot has been resurfaced. And this little red barn to the right, that's where my boat is. So I can't get the boat in or out until this is cured. So by next Wednesday, it'll be, regardless if it's cured or not, they're going to have tire marks through it because I'm getting the boat out regardless. It's just ridiculous.
As I said earlier, he's going for it.
Oh boy.
Hey, Melissa.
So you want to run who's through the chat? Because I seen Jody said she's first and there was no way she was first.
I know. Mr. Chris Everett was first.
Yes, he was.
Less than 30 minutes after you made the nice, pretty thumbnail and said, welcome back. You also have Avid who said, welcome back. Some guy, FISHON at Evans, said, thank you, Chris and Avid. We'll be here soon. I don't know who that was. Melissa has joined us and said, yes, woohoo. FISHON Jeff Beal said, right on. Terry Stanfield said, I figured the Flatheads should be getting active. Jody said first. Well, I think she was about fifth at that point, but
at least fifth.
That against
she was first on live.
Yeah. Well, no, because didn't we have? No, Terry was before the live too. Yeah, she was the first on live. So yes,
right.
She was the first one that popped up on the live. Yeah,
we will give her that much. So hello, Jody. Thank you for saying the first comment in the live.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in. That's for sure.
Dink Over Stink has stopped in as well.
Awesome.
And I think I'm caught up with everybody because they're just saying hi to everybody else.
Fantastic. We got a lot of things in store this season. You want to bring up my new thumbnail that Mr. Parker made for us for this season?
Yep. Let me get back over there to that little section.
Well,
that would be it right there. Yay!
This is what you're going to be looking for, folks.
Yay!
Mr. Parker just did that this evening, actually, before our live.
Another masterpiece.
Another masterpiece is right. He did a fabulous job with this one.
He is awesome.
I sent him the moon with the branch in the water, and he just puts all his artwork on it. You know what I mean?
He's awesome.
He is awesome. He's number one in my book as far as I'm concerned. He's been a big help to me. Yeah, but we got a lot of things going on this year. I got a lot of special guests going to be fishing with me this year. I had to change the boat up to make it comfortable for two people, where with Butterflies, it wasn't as bad because she's so little, she doesn't take up any room. But if you get two of my size in the boat, it's rough because the boat is small. It's only 15 foot long. You got a 48-inch beam on the bottom, which the rails up top bring it out to like 6 feet, 7 feet, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I changed some wires around. I redid the box. If you remember last season, I put a graph at the back of the boat so we could watch fish. That didn't work out well, and I'm going to tell you the reason why it didn't work out well. The water that I fish is pretty shallow. I'm basically sitting in like 5 feet of water, casting into 2 and 3 feet of water. And the ping, believe it or not, has a lot to do with shallow water. They can hear that ping coming off the transducer. Yeah, so I was talking to a bass fisherman, and he says his electronics is good for deeper water. but he doesn't recommend it for shallow water and
Gotcha.
running it all the time because the ping. And the
Gotcha.
fish are starting to get smart. They start hearing the ping and getting a hook in the lip, then they put two and two together. You know what I mean?
That's
So
not such a good place. We don't like our free lip piercings. Well, Melissa said,
Sure.
Ed, y'all
Yeah.
should come up Tuesday night on Boar's Nest and announce you're coming back, date and times.
Right, and I was going to answer that because I had said about us going up, but I was under the impression that Ed's last bowling night was last night,
Oops.
and it wasn't.
It's next Tuesday.
So it's going to be next Tuesday.
It's my last night of bowling.
But we would still like to come up as guests, even though the show will have already started. Some night on a Tuesday, now that he's potentially done bowling next week.
Potentially. I like that.
Well,
Did pretty good last night. They handed me a bunch of money.
Yay! That's
want me to-
always good.
They want me to bowl in a tournament this week. So I said, yeah, I'll definitely do that. You know, he's going to pay my entry fee, which is $25, and
Okay.
anything that I make is mine. So
There
hey,
you go.
it's free money. I'll take
There
it.
you go. Absolutely. Jump on it.
But like I said, I got a lot of guests coming up. We met a lot of great people this year. A lot of them actually down on the dock where we're from. Rhonda, if you want to bring that picture up, you'll see a bunch of people standing there. You'll see Miss Butterflies in the front, of course.
I'm guessing we're talking about that picture right
Yes.
there.
people always get in the front.
Now, if people are wondering who these people are, you know Butterflies and Sunshine, you know myself. The other ones are Skeeter. He's to the far left with the Schuylkill
beanie.
River Rats beanie hat on.
This one here? Or
Hit-
is my mouse showing up on the screen or no?
Yes.
Okay, so this one is Skeeter?
No, your mouse is not showing up on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll move my mouse out in front of my eyes and I'll shut up and let you go.
Skeeter has the camouflage pants.
Right to the right of him is his wife.
His left. Okay, you're right.
Looking at us. We're looking at the TV.
Okay.
To the right of Skeeter.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That's his wife. What's her
Stephanie.
name? Stephanie.
The dancing queen.
Yes. And to the right of her is Anything Is Possible. Now
He sure says so.
He's big in the YouTube right now. I mean, fabulous channel, great person. I met all these guys. And the gentleman that's hiding right behind him is Fishing with Steve.
Steve Brill.
Steve Brill. He's a really good guy too. I mean, every one of these people, well, except for me, are fabulous people to talk to. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're meeting a lot of new people. The people that are missing from this stream right here is Len F.
And
Fishing,
Mission Discovery.
Mission
We
Discovery,
did have a picture of him though.
and
you can put that up.
of course Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
So there's three of them there we're missing.
And Cooper.
And Cooper, yeah, from our area. And
Awesome.
yeah, it's pretty exciting how big this catfish community got. And like I said, these guys, they fish for a lot of different things other than just catfish, but their channels are loaded with content. You ought to check it out.
Oh, thank you, Melissa.
Well, Melissa said, yes, of course, you all are all welcome, always welcome. She said, y'all look great. And then she said, that blonde up front's a hottie.
She's way too kind.
If she don't mind saying so herself.
She's way too kind.
But yeah, we have a lot of things in store.
So a lot of those people on that picture, though, Skeeter, Steve, and we also have Don Johnson. We have Cooper, and like quite a few of them.
Bob.
Quite a few of them want to go out on Ed's boat fishing with him this year. So I will be from home with Rhonda, and they'll be out on the boat with Ed.
Yeah.
But Butterflies and Sunshine already called dibs on their first outing.
Unless it rains. We still didn't get the cover on the boat.
She said if it rains, she's going to decline. So
I
that
don't
would put
think
her
they're calling for rain next week, are they?
No, they're not.
that would
Not
put
yet.
her in the rotation. That's all.
Then, you did say not yet. So that makes me wonder now that Ed is announcing officially that it comes back May 7th. Is Mother Nature now just going to start downpours every Wednesday night because
Yeah, like
he's
what, 8
made the
weeks in a row
announcement?
last year?
I've done it last year, so it's just another year of rainy
You
days.
did
That's all.
finally
I
give in on
know.
the 8th week. You did that thing from the boathouse.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
you
that's
spent
because there
more
was a lot of
time.
lightning.
You spent more time under bridges or the boathouse last year than I think you spent actual time on the water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you see what they're getting down south, they're getting a lot of rain down there now too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's going to be coming up, but we just have to deal with it.
They got plummeted all winter, and we got lucky. We didn't get near what they got all winter.
But we had fabulous ice fishing for a couple of months.
Yes, we did.
So we did have that this year. That was awesome. And we met a lot of new people out on the ice fishing.
Yeah. And your buddy Russ, he wants to go fishing with you too.
Yeah.
They don't know Russ, but
And you
Russ
did a
doesn't
lot of
do
ice fishing during the winter this year too, which you haven't done. Well, you haven't shared with YouTube that you've done in seasons past. Usually,
Right. Butterflies. She actually went out on the ice and she fell in love with it.
yes, I
So-
know. I heard. I was there. I watched
She
her,
was with us. She was with us
Yeah.
that day.
and I kept saying, "Better you than me," because ain't no way I would do it.
As long as the ice is at least 4 inches thick, you're fine.
Yeah,
Just
no.
don't drive any vehicles on it.
Nope. You ain't got to worry about me driving. I won't be walking.
Well, I will admit that when I heard it cracking, I
See,
was
I'd
a
be
little
done.
leery.
I'd be done. The ice would crack. Rhonda would be in a tree. There would be nothing in between y'all. Be like, "Where'd you go?"
But the guys were all assuring me that that's a good thing because that
No.
means it's growing.
Yeah, well, it can grow all at once. I can sit on the bank and just be happy right there. I don't know. I'm good. I always said, until I can walk on water like Jesus did, I will not be walking on ice.
It's walking on water, it's just frozen.
Yeah, no. Jesus walked
And
on it. It was not frozen. Therefore, until I can do what he did, I will not be walking on it frozen.
and I bit the bullet and bought another boat.
Yes, I saw that.
It's strictly for electric motors only lakes and ponds. And we have a few of them up here. And that's all you're allowed on it because it's drinking water actually for different towns and stuff like that. So you can only use electric motors only. So there's a lot of big bass and they say there's catfish in there. I have yet to see a catfish come out of there, but then I haven't been fishing for them. I've been
Right.
fishing for the bass, and my personal best out of there is 7 pounds, a little over 7.4, I think it was. But
Gotcha.
that's my biggest, and there's a lot of bass in there, so it's going to be something that I'm probably going to do, maybe like on a stand day or something like that. Which brings me to this point. I fished this past sand day. And
Mhm.
yours truly, he won. It was amazing.
Yay!
Yeah. I had
When
three
I went
fish,
when
but
I
the
went scrolling by and saw you fit, you just were sitting there and you looked so depressed and so cold because you were bundled up and everything. And I'm like, oh, poor Ed. And then I talked to Linda and she says, but he won. I went, well, then I don't feel bad for him now.
it wasn't that it was cold, it was real windy. We had
Yeah,
16-mile-an-hour winds with 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So
we've been getting them here too. So I can
and it was
understand.
coming right up the river at me. So
Mhm.
but I caught 2 fish on his show and
Right after you got the big one.
yeah, right at the end of the show is when the big one came.
But
And
Of course.
that was
the
nice.
buzzer already went.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
of
already won
course.
with the 2 fish. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoy fishing stand day. It's a blast. And like Danny Stone said, that's like the end of his week.
Yeah.
That's his full ride. So he looks forward to the Sundays fishing on stand day, and then having his show a little bit after that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would have fished Danny Stone's show, but the wind was so bad.
Yeah.
So I just called it because I had to walk back across the river. That's why I had the waders on.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right,
Okay.
Melissa. Love you too. Thanks for coming in. Say hi to Hoggy and Troy, and I'll see you guys later.
I was just about to read it, but you
We'll
got it.
see you real soon, as Dan says.
1 week from
good night,
tonight.
Melissa.
Yay. 1 week.
Yeah, 1 more week.
1 week exactly. Yeah.
And
So-
Linda, before the first show, remind me to get with you and get everybody's channel's name so I can get the links copied and pasted so I have them to post.
Oh, we'll definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys, I mean, they've been so helpful. You'd be surprised at how many people they got following them.
Right,
They got people from all over the world. Anyfin does.
right.
From the UK, from Asia,
Canada.
Canada. They're from all over.
Yeah.
It's amazing the following that they have.
Literally all over. Mike Lockhart.
Good evening, Mike. He says he's going catfishing next week.
Awesome.
There you go. Well, we're going to be on Wednesday night if you want to sign in after midnight.
Yeah, if you want to come on after midnight live, you're more than welcome, buddy.
I would offer to do that, but I'm boycotting Maryland this year, so I will not be fishing at all. I'm not even buying in my license.
Wow.
Yeah, she did say that.
They have decided that snakeheads are friendly and you do not have to kill, and you can release them and blah blah blah. But they think blue cats and flatheads are public enemy number one and what's killing off the Maryland blue crabs. So Maryland has now resorted to a $500 fine for every blue cat you catch and release alive.
Wow.
If you cannot pay said $500 fine, they will gladly confiscate your vehicle, your boat, your fishing equipment, your home, your whatever they want. So, I'm just, I can't do that. I will not kill something I'm not going to harvest or eat.
Right.
I don't even fish to eat. I fish for fun. So I very rarely ever harvest my fish to begin with. So I think Maryland's playing an unfair game. So I'm just going to be, I'm just not going to fish.
Yeah, you're the same way that I am. Everybody knows me and the way I fish. Everything is CPR, catch, photograph, and release. The only thing that is not catch, photograph, and release, you might see it in photographs when it's in the mouth of another fish, is my bait.
Right.
And I'm out for bluegills and suckers and trout, stuff like that. And it's legal for us to use crappies and bass, but that would be my last resort if I couldn't get any,
anything else. Fish. Right.
Exactly. So we use perch, we use yellow perch, white perch, bullheads, trout, all the panfish chain, which is like your bluegills, pumpkin seeds, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's what we use for bait.
Gotcha.
So the bait that I get goes in my tank. I have a bait tank that we just actually cleaned up today. We filled it up with water. Tomorrow the pump will start running, and I'll put my chemicals in there to get it, cleaned out of all the. See, we have city water here, so you got a lot of ammonias and stuff like that, and chlorine in the water. So if you put fish in there right away, they're just going to die real fast.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. The pond Mike's fishing in has 50 or 60-pound catfish in it.
Very nice.
Nice, yeah.
Very nice.
Well, good luck with that, Mike.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're fishing at night.
So are you targeting flatheads? Of the catfish chain, that's my favorite. You get one on, you have a fight on your hands.
Well, I hope Stan's right.
With you getting your 62-pounder?
Linda, let me design an anchor with like a carabiner that we can hook to your belt loop. That way, when you do hook into something that big, we can make sure you stay on the boat and not in the water. Fair enough.
I told Stan, if I catch something like that, I better have my cement overshoes on.
I'm telling you, we need to like put one of those never lost anchors in the boat
But
and
if,
have a chain to it and hook it to your belt loop when you hook into a fish. You ain't going nowhere. We got you.
I think it would be better to put that carabiner around the belt, because if the belt loop breaks,
Well, yeah, we
she's
could do that
gonna.
too. We could do that. We could make her a chain belt. There you go.
There you go.
Stan said if I get a 62-pounder, I'm going over anyway.
Oh,
Well,
definitely.
He's
no, we're
throwing
not
me
going
out.
to let it. He
He's
can't do
throwing
that.
me
He'll be
under the
on
boat.
camera. There's too many witnesses. He couldn't do it.
That's the only bad thing about being on live. Everybody sees everything you're doing.
Yep, you can't hide it. So there's no
Which
doing
I don't
it.
mind. I really don't
There's
mind.
nothing to hide.
There's nothing to hide.
It's all good. But do you want to mention about what's coming up at the end of the month with Jeff Beal?
Yeah. Would you like to put that up there,
Okay.
Rhonda?
Which one is his?
The DIY.
This, I think you're talking about? Yes.
Yes, it is.
There you go.
Yep. And what is the exact date? The 31st?
Right now, it's the 31st of May.
May 31st is the DIY challenge. Now, last year, if you remember, Austin won it from Virginia.
Yep.
I mean, he killed everybody. He walked all over us. It was Austin and his mom.
His mom won it.
Well, his mom won it because he was so far ahead that he just kept giving her the rod all the time. But he blew us out of the water.
She had a great debut that day.
Jeff caught one fish. I caught two that equaled his one, and that put us tied for second. But the rest of the guys didn't catch anything. It was horrible fishing. But Austin, kudos to him. He pulled it off.
Right, so the idea behind it is everybody makes their own rod, and they can't use any other than a reel. It can't be any kind of actual fishing equipment.
Right. You can't take
And
guides or anything that would be on an actual fishing rod. You have to come up with something of your own. You could use any reel you want. You could use a spinning reel, conventional reel. He's looking for something to be different on everybody's. He's not looking for, like, I use a pool stick, so he doesn't want 6 guys out there with pool sticks because it's not really different.
And he used a crutch.
He used a crutch,
and
he still has it.
And Finn used a
Bamboo.
bamboo.
Yeah.
Twig.
And Austin, he uses a switch off of a tree or something for his, but he still uses his.
Yeah, he still uses his too. Yeah.
And Curtis, he made one. I forget what it was made out of, but he ended up giving it away to a friend, which I'm hoping the friend gets into it this year with that DIY rod.
Particular one.
And
he makes
a new one. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
But we are looking for contestants that are willing to do it. We did have Mission Discovery, but he's still in school, so it's a little rough for him.
And I believe he has something going.
He's got something going that weekend, but it was actually scheduled for the 24th, which is a holiday weekend.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so that's why a few people, like Butterflies herself, she's got things she's got to do with the family.
Hey, Bobby.
So they're going to move it to the 31st. So
I'm going to interrupt you for a second, Ed. Mike Lockhart responded and said, there is some flathead and some blue cat in there, but I'm going to take my bait caster that has 55-pound test line on it.
Okay.
Want to be outdoors, Matt? Good evening. He has joined us.
Hey,
Bobby, 922 Crappy Barbecue. Good evening, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, how's it going, buddy?
Everybody's now saying hi to everybody else, so you can finish. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No problem. We take care of chat first. We come last.
Chris is still here. He's
Chris is still here. Chris has been in and out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been here since the beginning.
Yep.
Nice.
He was number 1
today. Awesome. Yeah, so this was just a last minute thing just to get everybody on board that, yes, our show is going to start back up next Wednesday. And if the weather is right, you'll see Miss Butterflies and Sunshine out on the boat for the first time, trying to beat her personal best. Rhonda, would you like to bring those pictures up?
I got to find them. Hold tight. Hold tight.
Right up a little bit from where you're at right now.
Yep. Let's see. I got that one, which is the 912.
Yep, that was 35 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yep.
So now she's trying for a 40.
That's my goal.
But Stan, at
Stan
one Stan day,
predicted.
he predicted 62 pounds for Miss Butterflies and Sunshine. Look how big that fish is.
I'm kind of disappointed you don't have an open mouth so we can see if he's got a face in there.
Well, I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did
It
too.
would have taken her whole arm in there, that's for sure. And during the live, it was awesome. She's there. Oh, I'm going in. That was so funny.
3-year-old girl caught her very first channel cat on it last year.
Nice.
Aw.
Nice.
I love it when kids,
Yes.
get hooked on fishing.
That's great.
Yep.
She's hooked.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully her dad keeps taking her out too.
Yeah.
And Bobby, I have not forgotten you. I have stuff here that I have had ready to be mailed out since the beginning of March, and I have yet to drive it to the post office. It's coming.
You sound like Stan.
Oh, no, look, I really dislike my post office because it's 2 lanes, and usually only one is doing the packages of people who are doing mailings, and the other one's doing the passports. So you get a line of 20 people in a big city post office going through one line, and you're in that post office for no less than an hour anytime you go in there. So I put it off until I have like 20 packages so that I don't have to go but once instead of 20 times.
Yeah, well, if you're going to stand in line all that time, you might as well make it count.
And I have 2 thank yous I want to send out. One is to Kevin from Palmetto Cats for sending me the Fat Boy rig. I really appreciate it. We're going to give it a shot this year. And if I get a flathead on there, I'm going to send him a picture of the flathead with the rig in its mouth. So he's got that to look forward to. And the next one is Cool Cats James. I'd like to thank him. He sent me a couple of bait towels and some stickers. Thank you, James, if you're in the room. Yeah.
Maybe Jody's still here. I don't know.
It's been a wild ride. It's been fun. This is now our 3rd season. Can't wait to get it started. It would have been started probably a couple of weeks ago, would have been prime time, but with the parking lot and everything getting resurfaced, I'm not going to take my boat out of the garage and have somebody block it in. So I have to leave it outside. Got too much money invested in electronics and stuff. So
too much work. And
yeah. But we had an awesome time this winter. We actually got to do some ice fishing for a couple of months. That was great. Usually we only get like a couple days, if that, sometimes, but this was a beautiful winter. We really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Miss Butterflies and Sunshine, she sees one snowflake. She's had enough of snow.
That's it.
But we got her out on the ice, and
I wasn't even cold.
And she was a trooper, and she just fished.
Hey, Dale, welcome in.
Dale.
Yeah, I recommend that anybody that has not tried ice fishing and has the opportunity.
Rhonda would not do it.
Nope. Nope. I'm telling you, until my name is Jesus and I can walk on water that is not frozen, you will not catch me on ice. Sorry, you just won't.
Well,
Mike Lockhart. See, Bobby's with me. He understands. But Mike Lockhart said, I caught a flathead in November last year that weighed 45 pounds.
Wow.
Nice.
Usually in November, our water temperature is well below 50, and
you're not fishing down last year, first week of November, we closed.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the end of it.
Bobby's saying ice not happening.
Yeah.
See, he understands.
quite a few people say
Come
no
on,
way.
Bobby, you won't go through. You're so thin anyway.
Try
I'm the
it.
one that's got to worry about falling through.
Try it. You'll like it.
Nah.
You and Rhonda go out together.
Yeah. Look, I roller skated as a kid and loved it. So I'm like, ice skating's not that much different. I can do the ice. Yeah, I broke my ankle. Never again. Ice and I just do not get along. That's all there is to
Wow.
it. Not happening.
Unreal.
Well, if you and Bobby go out together, I'll take the video.
I don't think you got to worry about that because even if you talk Bobby into it, I don't think there's talking me into it happening.
Yeah. Some people are just adamant. They're not going to go try it. Now, Don R, that's another whole ball game.
Bobby
What?
says contrary to popular
Don R,
opinion.
Yeah, he's
Little
sitting
guy.
in the shack.
he
Yeah,
loves the ice fishing. He's out there in that camper. I mean, like
right.
he's got the ultimate.
He's got the
Ice
Cadillac
shack.
of ice shacks.
I
Yeah.
mean, really.
Bobby says, contrary to popular opinion, little guys don't float; they sink. Float, sink, it don't matter. That water's too cold for my body to be hitting. No, I'll pass.
You got your corn on the cob holders.
Yes, I do. And next week, I'll make sure to have corn on the cob so that I can show you exactly how they work.
Hey,
Hi,
Half
50
Century, how's it
Cent.
going, buddy?
Hey, 50 Cent. Welcome in.
Mike Lockhart said he did some catfishing with some veterans last year. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you take someone else out that doesn't have the opportunity, that's what I look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone that fishes all the time, well, you go out on your own boat then, you can do this. And I just show them what I'm doing. And it's not a secret to anybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody that comes out with me, I tell them exactly what I'm doing. I show them what I'm using. So there's no secrets.
Right.
And I don't have a problem, showing anybody my spots or whatever. If they're there, they got there before I did. It's just
Yeah.
time for me to move up a little bit or something. But
Time to find a new spot.
yeah, I have so many spots on this little stretch of river that we have. And believe me, if I had a jet boat, those spots would be a lot further away because I'd be going up to where the guys with the bow and arrows can't get up to.
Yeah. Bobby says, Rhonda, if they build my airboat to the right specs, we'll go ice fishing. Okay, there's a boat involved. I can handle that. There's a boat involved. I can handle that part.
There you go.
There's something between me, that ice, and that water.
There's already a compromise. See? Look at that.
But if you want me to walk on ice, nope, not happening.
And this year coming, you may see me fishing from the bank, believe it or not,
Uh-oh.
for flatheads.
Hmm.
I met a gentleman through bowling. His sister has a place right on the Schuylkill River.
Oh, wow.
She's got a big dock with a pontoon boat strapped up to it. And I says, how friendly are you with your sister? And he said, we're tight. And I says, well, because he wanted to buy a hatch and shirt and sticker combo off me. And I told him, look, if you take me out on your sister's dock, it's not going to cost you a dime.
Oh,
So
boy.
I gave him the shirt, hat, and sticker, and he gave me his phone number. So just got to hook up with him, and we're going to try that a couple of times, see how we make out. But I'm going to save that for the days where it might be miserable on the
Right.
water as far as wind,
Yeah.
and try just fishing off the dock. So we're going to play different scenarios here just to try to get us more time on the water.
Bobby said, only way I go going ice fishing, all we need is 98,000. Well, let me know when we get close.
Well, like Ed was saying about that speedboat, I said, well, if either one of us hits the lottery, we're up the river.
There you go. Mike Lockhart said one of those veterans caught his flathead on a yellow shiner.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know a lot of people that use goldfish for bait, but in Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to.
I didn't think you were in Maryland either, and I found out I was wrong. You can.
Yeah, some places you can, other places you can't. Now I don't know what goldfish have to do with it, but the thing that gets me in Pennsylvania, they allow the bow hunters to shoot carp. Now, granted, they're supposed to take them with them when they shoot them, but they
Right.
don't. They let them lay and decay.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to walk over to that common carp and cut a slice off of it and use it for bait, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Now, the mirror carp is not in the book at all. So my question to the game commissioner was, well, what if it's a mirror carp? He says, he's looking through his book. He says, there's nothing that states anything about mirror carp. It just says common carp that we can't use for bait, which is ridiculous.
Right.
Because if they're allowing these guys to shoot them and kill them, and they're not doing anything with them,
right.
Why are you going to give me a fine for taking a slice off of it and using it for bait?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's got some weird laws, and Stan and I, we were talking about it on Sunday.
Seems like all states have some weird laws. I mean, look at what Maryland's doing with flatheads and blues. But go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I used to fish out of the it was Fort Washington Marina
Mm-hmm.
in Maryland,
Okay.
and we were fishing for blues primarily because it was during the day, and most of the tournaments were during the day. And yeah, come to find out, if we were fishing there today, we have to kill those fish.
Yep.
That's not right.
No.
To the cat fisherman, it's a game fish.
Right.
Regardless of what the bass guys say.
Well, see, Maryland had, when snakehead first was found here, of course, snakehead was what got blamed for the decline in the crab population.
Hey, Jimmy James, how's it going, buddy?
He needs a blue jacket, by the way. But they turn around and started having tournaments, and grand prize is $7,500 for the largest snakehead caught during the season for Maryland. And now it's okay. You can do what you want with snakehead. Where it used to be, if you had one on your hook, you had to kill it. You could not release it alive. Now the big thing is, oh, well, the blue cats and flatheads are eating all of our baby crabs, and that's why our crab numbers are declining. No, the bay has horrible water pollution, and that's what's killing your crabs. But,
right.
Why would you admit fault? I don't know. It's unreal.
Where's James Bailey been hiding? I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know, but him don't have a blue jacket.
I just saw him the other night.
Did you?
Jimmy James, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while.
You're in the wrong channel.
I guess. That's awesome.
Okay, you're in the wrong channel.
Yeah. I probably am.
I probably am too. Don't feel bad.
Anyway, you have to do that through YouTube.
What?
Yes.
For Jimmy James.
Okay. Well, I don't have my tablet here.
I'll just have to remember for next time.
Yeah. Just put a little marker down that next time we see Jimmy James in the room, we have to send him a wrench.
I'll remember.
You'll
I have
remember?
it written down.
Yeah.
Rhonda's already on top of it. She wrote it down already.
There you go.
Not that anybody can read my handwriting, but here you go. I'll even show.
As long as you can read it, that's all that matters.
I wrote it down. Jimmy James needs wrench.
There you go.
But I'll remember. Now, every time I see Jimmy James now, it's gonna hit. I'll get hit in the head with a wrench.
Yeah, if I would have brought my tablet down from upstairs, I would have.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Gave him one tonight.
Well, this was just a pop-up kind of.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the season.
Right.
Get everybody used to hearing your voice again.
Well, we saw Avid, right?
Yeah, he was here at the beginning.
Right. And he's one of the night guys at work. We didn't see Tim yet.
Right.
Tim's probably at work or sleeping, getting ready
I was
to go
going
to
to say
work.
sleeping or getting ready to go to work because
Right.
isn't it 10, 11-ish that he heads in?
Yeah, they usually both head out one right after the other.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to give those guys a heads up because now they could take their TVs to work and watch us while they're working.
Take their TVs to work. Oh, good.
Well,
good
it's something to do overnight. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because it's got to be. I mean, I know they're working, but it's got to be a lot quieter in those hours than it
Yeah,
is any other
for
time.
sure.
Yeah. And Avid, he's in security,
Yeah.
and Catfish Dog, he does, I think, some kind of retail, isn't he?
Bobby.
I think he's some kind of retail or something.
Bobby said, and politicians should not be making law on game and wildlife. They don't even know what the fish look like, much less what they eating.
He's exactly right.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
There's
100%.
nothing wrong about that statement at all. Nothing.
Nope. I just figured, well, they don't need my $60 this year to help them, kill off things that I want to have fun and play with and,
Right.
catch and have a good time. But, it is what it is. Mike Lockhart, good night.
Mike,
He says he's got to get ready for bed now because I got to go somewhere in the morning. Will you have a good night and sleep well?
Yep.
All right,
Good.
Mike, take care, buddy.
Good night, Mike. Be well, stay safe, and we'll catch you next trip.
Well, the last fishing license I bought is my last fishing license because now I got the senior license, so it's good for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still have to get the
trout stamp.
Yeah, that's what Maryland does. Senior, I think it's $12 a year, and
really?
you pay extra for the trout stamp.
Ours is 10 right now, but it'd probably go up like anybody else.
Like anything else.
They I think it was 10. I just noticed on Facebook 2 or 3 days ago, Maryland DNR put out a thing that the fees went up, and I noticed that senior was 12. So I'm betting it was 10 and went up to 12.
And the only reason why I get it is because I use them for bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to catch. I mean, I know he prefers the flatheads and he doesn't really like to catch anything else. I'm willing to
No,
catch
I got into carp last year, and that really intrigued me because
it's something different.
it's something different. And them fish, they fight. I'm telling you, they
Yeah,
fight,
they do.
especially on late line like that. They're all over the place.
Well, that was a nice one you got Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday I got a nice one.
20,
Yeah.
21
20, 26 pounds
26
something.
pounds.
Yeah. The scale read 28.10, but if you take off the 1.52 for the net, then that's what it was. 26 something.
That's even better than the one I caught with my Zebco 202 when I snagged it up at Conowingo with all the dam water open, and I snagged it in the tail and pulled it in on my Zebco 202. It was a 22 pounder. Well, my Zebco 202 did not last after that.
Yeah.
I was white perch fishing. Oops.
Yeah, so we got some new things on the market. I'm working with ASAPTs. They're gonna they owe me money. They owe me a lot of money because the rags that they tried to sell me last year didn't pan out. They took t-shirt material and cut squares and put my logo on there.
Nice.
Well, what they did, they put the logo all over the t-shirt and then they cut the squares out and nothing was even. So if you try to put a hem around it, the logo would be off to the side.
And the material too is not conducive to hemming.
So he gave me a credit, which is $3.55 times 100.
Oh boy.
Because he ran 104. Well, 4 of them were actually usable. So I can't tell him you have to take these back.
He's nicer than I am.
See, you are nicer than me.
So I'll take the 355 times 100 and I'll put it towards regular towels.
Hey, look, lady.
I was going to interrupt that here real quick.
Did you
Jimmy
get your
James said, "Yep, trout is good catfish and bait." Look, lady said that was a good carp. Bobby says, "Yeah, he couldn't let the win be a win. He had to close the show with a monster."
I said it didn't count. It was just a bonus fish for the end of the show. That's what JG called it.
JG.
Bonus fish.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look, lady, did you receive your package from us? I sent it out on Monday. You should have it today.
Early,
I would
early
think.
Monday morning.
Yeah. Monday morning early it went out.
And you
Maybe.
usually do 2 days, so it should have been there today. If not, it'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
This is the post office we're discussing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, our stuff usually gets out pretty quick for some reason. Not yet, sir. He said.
there you go. Maybe tomorrow.
I'm saying maybe tomorrow, because it went out Monday morning early.
Right.
Now, granted, when I got to the post office early, I'm sure it just sat on a truck somewhere until the next day.
Well, hopefully they didn't do with your package what they did with my letter to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
sent it from Hatfield
To
to
Philadelphia.
It didn't even have a Hatfield stamp on it. It had a Philadelphia stamp. He just got it today, and tomorrow is a week.
Mm.
Hey, Gray Wolf, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, Gray Wolf. Welcome in.
Good to see you.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's and I took it right straight to the post office.
Yep.
So why it didn't have a Hatfield stamp on it?
I don't know.
How it got to Philadelphia, I'll never know.
He said, look, lady said, awesome, bro. It is USPS. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know who's worse, the Postal Service or UPS.
Yeah, well,
They're all just as bad anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, Prime might get the stuff the next day.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
or somebody gets it the next day.
Well, I usually get my stuff the next day.
I get a lot of packages from Prime that don't belong to either of us.
Yeah.
We just deliver them.
I did order one thing that took me, 4 months to get?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't their fault.
It wasn't their fault. I ordered it from Tiny Boat Nation.
Well,
Now-
see, there's where you messed up.
Well, anybody that has a spot lock on their trolling motor knows the price of those trolling motors.
Yeah.
Well, for $700, you can convert your 55-pound thrust motor into a spot lock
Oh, boy.
with all the bells and whistles and the GPS and all that. And that's what I ordered, and it came in finally. But
Finally.
it was like 4 months of them. I paid for it in advance. So they're sitting on my money for 4 months, making interest on it.
But you
Nice.
do have to say they did keep you updated.
Yeah,
Once you hounded them in the beginning,
right.
after that, they did keep you updated. So,
I mean,
at
it only
least
took hounding them in the beginning.
yeah, they realized he wasn't going to let it go.
Yo, Jeff Beal, what's
Hey,
going on, brother?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, we were just promoting your DIY. Would you like to come up and say a little bit about it?
Yeah, come on in and say hi, Jeff. Real quick. I know
I
you're
said,
getting
do
ready to go
you
to
need me
bed.
to send him a link? And then I went, why? He's an admin. He can let himself in. Duh.
Yeah, he can let himself in. He can let himself in.
Oh, good. It's been a long season off, can we tell?
Oh, definitely.
It's been a long off seseason, yes.
I
Too
got to
long.
remember how it all works again, guys. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's like, riding a bike. It'll all come back to both of us.
Eventually. Look, we'll be ending the season just as we get the grip on it.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Rhonda, I have more faith in you and butterflies than I do in myself.
Oh, God bless you.
And this is my channel.
I don't know what possessed you to put your faith in me, but okay, more power to you. Good luck.
Yeah, Charlie's Angels has nothing on you and butterflies. That's for sure.
Well, thank you, Ed. We appreciate your gratitude.
Yes, and I'm glad that.
Well, just look how many times that I got messed up on this, and you two had to end this show for me.
Look at least I've only done it once, but look at how many times I said we're live and we weren't.
Yeah.
Well, that was only once too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I said that was only once, but still.
There's Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it going, brother?
Welcome in, Mark.
Wait, like riding a bike. Oh crap, I still fall. I don't even want to talk about falling.
So Jeff, you going to jump up and talk about the DIY tournament coming up? Linda,
I even
take
got
it
a picture
away.
I can
Going to
put up
catch
too.
some.
I know where it's at.
Yeah,
I found it already.
you can put it up, Rhonda.
I can do that.
He said I should take it away because he's got to catch up some meetings in the morning. So that means, I guess that means he's not coming up.
May 31st, guys.
Mhm.
We got the annual. I should say annual now because we've done it a couple times,
the
right?
second year in a row.
Yeah, so
The second annual.
I think
DIY.
this is going to be an annual thing. I think Jeff's going to be doing this every year, so look out for that. It's pretty exciting. It's a fun time. Granted, we got blown out by Austin last year, but our water conditions here were really bad, and I'm going to blame it on that, not on me personally. But you figure if Austin could catch fish, we should be able to catch him. But no, Austin, he took it away. That's for sure. He ran away with the whole tournament.
Like I said, Mama Fever did a good job.
Yeah, but it's a fun tournament. Everybody makes a rod. The rod itself cannot be any conventional use of any other rod, like the guides or anything like that. Everything has to be hodgepodge. The only thing that on the rod or on your DIY rod is the reel. You can use any reel you'd like. It's just the rod. Now, the blanks you can use, I used the pull stick. Jeff used the crutch. Any Finn used a bamboo pole that he had. I think he cut down a piece of bamboo and he made a rod out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of different ones. Austin made the Amish Assassin, right?
Amish Assassin.
Amish Assassin, that's what he called it. And he ran away with it. I'm telling you.
Everybody had a name for their.
So how it works is everyone's allowed 3 rods, but you can't use 3 rods until you catch your first fish on your DIY rod. Then you can introduce another rod into the mix. Once you catch another fish on your DIY rod, you could bring your third rod in, which is regular conventional rods, that you would use for catfishing. And then you just fish the rest of the night, and it's the most weight out of the 3 rods. You have to use the DIY and the other 2 rods, provided you get a fish to fish, the other 2 rods. Like Jeff, he got 1 fish, so he was able to bring another rod into the mix. I caught 2 fish on my DIY rod, so I was able to bring the other 2 rods in, but didn't help me because I didn't get nothing on them. But yeah, it's a fun tournament.
It was fun, and anybody that might be interested, put your thinking cap on for being creative and making your own rod, and join us.
Yes,
on the 31st.
The more the merrier.
Yep, we'll be there.
And the only stipulation to the whole thing there was, because we don't have blue cats up here, we made it just channel cats and flatheads. And down in Virginia, they had plenty of flatheads and channel cats along with the blue cats. But because all the guys up here in Pennsylvania don't have the opportunity at the blue cats, we just put it around the flatheads and the channel cats. So we're not.
If you guys in Pennsylvania want to include bluefish, just come down here to Maryland and help out the DNR. I'm kidding.
We're not looking to kill fish, though.
No.
I know. That's why I said I'm kidding.
Yeah, none of these guys really kill anything. If they're going to eat it, that's one thing. But to just kill it for the sake of killing it.
Everybody I fish with, they don't eat any fish out of this river. That's for sure.
I think what's starting to scare Maryland is the fact that the Magathie River, which comes off of where Sandy Point and the Bay all are, the Magathie River is now reporting 30, 40, and 50-pound blue cats being caught out of it.
Mark says, blue cats? What's that?
All right.
Hi, Jeff was sleeping.
Good night, Jeff.
He lied to us. He said he was going to bed.
Talk to you soon.
Have a good one, Jeff.
Well, he was acknowledging other people.
Okay. But I'm looking forward to the DIY rod tournament. I got to redeem myself from last season where I only caught 2 fish.
Now, are you going to use the same pull stick, or are you going to make another hole?
I was going to make another one because the everybody knows I use a Q stick.
Hi, Alvin. Hi,
And the Q
woodworking
stick.
outdoorsman.
Alvin, what's going on, brother? Another one I haven't seen for a while.
Oh, stop.
I'm serious.
I
I
see
haven't seen.
Alvin all the time too.
Well, you got too much time on your hands.
Now, wait a minute.
She
I
probably
have
watches
probably-
TV more than I do.
No,
I
no,
have probably
nobody
been.
watches TV more than you do.
I have probably been in less YouTube shows lately than any of the three of us, and I have seen Alvin Lewis. So
There
I
you
don't know
go.
why you haven't.
I'm busy
Yeah.
working on the boat, changing
If
things
I'm
around.
not mistaken, Alvin was in. Good evening, Lyle. Hi. I believe he was in Possums this weekend.
Yes, he was.
And that was where you and I spoke. So he was in that chat at the same time that you were talking to me.
He
So the
probably
reason you
said
didn't
hi
see
to
him was
Alvin.
you.
He probably said hi to Alvin and doesn't remember.
Probably.
You're probably right on that. I forget a lot of stuff. That's what happens when you get old.
Mark says, hi, howdy, Lyle. Fancy meeting you here.
Welcome in, Lyle. Thank you guys for popping in, saying hi to us. I was watching you guys and playing with Rhonda and Ed on my backstage computer over there at the same time.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
because
wrong.
doing this for how many months were you off?
We're 5 months.
5 months we were off, so we forgot a lot of stuff when we came in
We
here.
went live once. We went ice fishing. We went live once.
Right.
In
Yeah.
the whole 5 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you do forget a lot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Alvin said, "Oh,
Well,
they didn't do that."
Mine was technical issues. My microphone forgot how to connect to my computer in that 5 months. I don't know why. I'd never unplugged it, never changed anything. It just didn't work.
Wow.
Yeah, well, your mic didn't work at first either.
No, I had to do it a couple of times.
Well, Ed was in the basement. Three of him at the
Yeah,
same
there was 3 of me in the basement at the same time.
Look, Linda and I can barely handle one of you.
Don't ask me how I did that because I don't
Please
know.
don't duplicate. Please.
But I was shocked to see that there was 3 good-looking guys on the same panel.
Oh, good.
What were you looking at? Oh, let's say that out loud. Oh my gosh.
Mark said, yeah, he needs to get back to the swing of things too. It's been a long winter's nap. Yes.
Nap.
Yes.
Like
We had ice fishing.
Nap.
Yeah.
I mean, really, this was a brutal winter.
Oh, we loved it. It was good.
Well, I did like the ice fishing.
Ice fishing was awesome this year.
I
Caught
liked
a lot of
watching you guys
fish.
ice fish, but sorry, I won't be joining you.
You did join us, and you were on the ice with us.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
on
but
the
I
ice
wasn't
with
there
us.
physically, so it's okay. I can handle that part. Crappy 922 says, okay, good to see y'all. Printer needs attention. Got a big hammer. I can
That's one way to fix it, Bobby.
Bobby, just give it to your sister.
Yeah, Lisa will fix it for you. Look at that. Mark said you two almost made me go back to ice fishing. Yeah.
The key word is almost. Almost.
Y'all go. Y'all have fun.
All right. Well, we'll try harder next year.
We can take you along with us as long as we have ice like we had this year.
Yeah.
But we had an awesome time on the ice. A lot of fish caught. Pickerel, bass, crappie, you name it, we were catching it.
Yeah, you guys
didn't catch a catfish though through the ice.
Another Pennsylvanian.
Hey, Buck, what's going on?
Just an FYI, Ed, I added Catfish Weekly to your needs a wrench list.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep. Buck, you're the AI man. You might want to talk to Jeffy. Jeff Beal.
Yeah.
He's looking for you.
Get into that DIY tournament, buddy.
Yeah, he's looking for you to maybe do something up for him for that.
Mark said if he had a snowmobile, he'd start again. By the way, Mark, my oldest boy will be living in Chicago come May 12th, which is really a bummer considering he's not having, but his other half is having my first grandson.
They are happy.
So I don't get to meet my grandson unless I fly out, and I don't fly. So we're going to figure this out, but it'll be
Road
fun.
trip.
Yep, road trip is right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
God in heaven help my rental car bill.
Well, that's okay. If by taking a road trip, you can take more stuff.
Yep. Thank you, Mark. It's a shock. Thanksgiving, he come over, or Thanksgiving they were here, and he didn't say anything to me. And then Christmas, when they came back, he says, "Mom, I just wanted to tell you something. I do have something for you for Christmas, but I can't physically hand it to you." And my jaw dropped, and I went, "Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "Yeah, Angie's pregnant." And I went, "You're kidding. You're kidding. You're actually having a baby after all the years of telling me you're never going to give me a grandkid?" So it was an awesome Christmas.
Yep, they are a blessing.
They are.
Yep. And grandchildren, they're even extra special.
Yeah, because you spoil the shit out of them and then send them home.
Yeah, but
Yep.
then
Well, that ain't right.
but then when they get older, they'll spoil you. So
That's right.
it's both ways.
That's right.
It's both ways.
They know who they got good from.
Oh man.
I'll just try not.
Like, what's that one T-shirt say about his grandma?
I have a crazy grandmom, and I'm not afraid to use her.
There you go.
And I got my shirt that says "Grandmom, first time Grandmom 2025. Let the spoiling begin." So we be good.
Mark.
Them M&Ms.
That's a good one, Mark. That's a good one. Yep, that's the good thing is you can send them home. Yeah.
So there may be a few shows that I may be in Chicago helping you guys host if I'm out there, because August 24th is the due date, which will be during the season. So of course I may be there instead of here.
Rhonda, if you can't make it, we understand. You know what I mean?
I would
Family
still
comes
make it.
first.
I would still make it. It wouldn't be a big deal. I'd probably be up between midnight and 4 feeding the grandson anyway, so it'd be all right.
Well, we'll have to get him his first little fishing rod.
No,
There you
we'll have to get him live on TV first.
And a little shirt mate. A little shirt mate.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Yeah, bring them up on live. There you go.
Yeah.
Show them off.
Yeah.
Show them all. So.
I was talking to some friends the other day, and we're talking about burials and stuff.
Welcome in, Dom. Now look at that.
Hey, Dominic House.
She can have him a little early on his birthday. There you go.
Well, if she doesn't have him on the 16th, maybe she can have him on August 6th, which is mine.
So all the guys we were talking about burials and who you're leaving your stuff to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I came up with one. I told them, look, going to have a big party, and at every table, there's going to be a taser. The last one standing gets all my stuff.
You know what I want to do, Ed? I told my kids, I said, when I'm like on life support and about ready to go, I want them to dump popcorn inside me so that when they do the cremation, it should be interesting.
When you're on life support and ready to go, I ain't even getting that far. No life support. I'm just going.
Well, there's got to be a little bit of a warning there so that they can get the popcorn kernels in before they actually put me in for cremation. So, somewhere in there, just pour them down my throat and let them, that should be interesting.
Yep. Started off right.
Big dogs in the house.
Yeah.
Dominic, I don't have my phone in front of me because I'm here in this. So I apologize, sir. I will get to it, though.
Oh, he's cooking. He's cooking too. He's really multitasking.
I'm telling you.
If you know how much I enjoy taser videos online, it's my guilty pleasure. Well, Mark, when I'm getting ready to kick the bucket, I'll invite you to my shindig. It's going to be a big party. Everybody's going to have a taser in front of them. and the lawyer's going to be standing there. So the last one standing gets all my stuff.
There you go. Look at Alvin. My daughter's getting married on Saturday. I got a pretty good deal for her. Son-in-law is giving me 10 goats and 2 mules. Puck says, don't come to my funeral. I'll come visit you. Oh,
Oh, he's going to video it.
there you go. Mark's going to video it. Oh.
I know a lot of friends that would love to have all my stuff, but they're going to have to fight one another for it with the taser.
There you go. Last one
The
standing.
last one standing. Yep.
All right, Mark. Well, thanks for coming in. Always good to see you. To have you.
Take care, Mark. Good to see you, buddy.
Be well, stay safe, and we'll catch you next trip. Maybe next week. Well, I'll see you before that because I always come in on the show.
Well, we're definitely going to be out next week with you or without you.
I always see him on his show on their show like
Butterflies and Sunshine will be on the boat, weather permitting, she said.
We're hoping for beautiful weather like we're having right now.
I know it's supposed to be 80 all week this week. Down here, at least. I don't know what your weather is up there.
Well, I've been watching Fishing with Steve. He's been fishing at the dock on the same river that I fish.
He's live right now.
He's got a lot of bugs flying around.
Live.
Oh boy.
And they're always fun.
And that's the dock we put in it.
Yeah.
Yep, the ramp.
So you want to wear a face mask? So this was Butterfly's idea, which was great.
Yeah.
Wear a face mask so you don't have to inhale the bugs, and run the thermocells, of course, and my mosquito zappers.
I spent all that money on masks during COVID. I might as well put them to good use.
Yeah.
I got one for every occasion. Bobby said no funeral.
I'm laughing at Dominic because
he said he was joking.
Yeah, he sent me a message and he says, I feel so left out. I didn't get invited up. So I sat here and that's why I was quiet for all this time, sending in the link and whatnot. And then he goes, I was just joking. I'm like, you brat.
You're always welcome, Don. Always. Welcome. That invitation goes out there.
Everybody's welcome.
Yes, everybody that comes in is always welcome to come up and join us. Let us see your smiling face.
Shall I post the link in chat for us?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Anybody that wants to come up is more than welcome.
Even if you just want to come up and say, hey.
See if I remember how to do this.
There you go. That's up there.
I remembered how to do it. Yay!
The wizard is back.
It's been a long winter, guys. I have not been on panel or anything since like November, December. So it's been a while. I got to get used to StreamYard, and they went and switched some things up and did this and that. And so it's just finding everything all over again.
So can you read chat on it? And you're not having a problem seeing chat?
No.
Okay. All right.
Why would I have a problem seeing chat?
Because a lot of people are.
I have an iPhone.
A lot of persons have been.
People do. And
I've been hearing some people say that they can't see chat.
Mm-hmm.
And other people, I'm not having any problem. It doesn't.
Are they horizontal or are they vertical?
I have no idea.
If they're vertical, they might not be able to see it.
Vertical, because with some people, for whatever reason, that are using their phones can't go horizontal.
Now, like I noticed sitting here looking at the screen, scenes is on the right-hand side, which used to never be there. That's in beta, it says. So I don't know what that is or what that has to do with. I haven't.
Oh, you know what it is? It popped up on mine, and I just got rid of it. But the little doohickey is still there.
Mm-hmm.
That if you click on it, it's going to show you different screen layouts that you can use.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing as what we see on the bottom, that if we pick and choose.
Yeah, but other
But
than that, everything else looks pretty much the same. Now it used to be that your banners and your pictures and everything were all, no, banners were separate, weren't they? And just
Yeah.
pictures was in the
Yeah.
other one. So,
Yeah.
but they named it different. It's now
Yes.
media assets instead of whatever it was before.
Right.
But other than
Cindy,
that,
welcome in.
other than that, I don't know. I don't see any big difference.
Well,
But I'm not on my phone either. I'm on a computer.
exactly.
So
But Ed
that,
is on his phone. So, like I said, that I don't know. But we're not going to complain.
no, not at all. We had
But
enough
then
of
he
the
hasn't re-upped his plan yet either.
Yeah, mine's good till July 27th.
Oh, okay.
And then I have to re-up it, and it'd be $800 and some dollars.
Jesus.
Yep. From $400 and some dollars.
Yeah. Well, maybe by
No,
July
from
they'll get this
600 or
crap
something.
fixed or finished or figured out. Maybe they've lost enough customers to know that that price is not going to stand. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, I'll probably continue to pay it because I don't want to have the problem that everybody else is having going over to Facebook. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, you got there's
TikTok,
other streaming services. There's Restream. There's another one called Livestream. There's OBS. I mean, there's a bunch of different ones that you can use in place of StreamYard, and they're not quite as expensive either.
Right. Well, my grandson's looking into it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to do some fact checking and stuff. He already looked into the company that bought StreamYard.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I haven't had a problem other than the fact that the smartphone only works with smart people, so it don't work for me.
I'm getting ready to say, well, then now we know what the problem is.
There you go. But it's on me, you know what I mean? It's not something that
Right.
StreamYard's doing. It's what I'm doing. It's the problems that I'm having.
Yeah. That's usually what my problem is too. That or just trying to figure out where I know that it does it. It's just how do I make it do it? So I got to find where to go again.
I think in order for them to sell you a smartphone, you should take a test and they'll say that this phone is not for you. Instead of you buying a phone at $1,600, you know what I mean?
They don't
No,
want to.
we're just going to give you a flip top.
But they want everybody to buy the $1,600 phone. They don't want to tell you you're too, crazy not to be able to
They don't
operate
want you to
it.
be that smart that you don't buy it.
Right. They can't talk you out of it. They got to build you up.
That's it. Anybody can use this phone.
Right.
You got 3-year-old kids using this phone.
That I don't doubt.
That is a fact. that is a fact.
That I don't doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I believe my grandson's going to be born with one.
Yep.
Well, when we were kids, we didn't even have cell phones.
No, we didn't.
No.
You're lucky to have a rotary phone with a long cord that you could reach into the other room. That was it.
I'm gonna date myself, but I was in my 20s before they even came out with car phones, not cell phones. The car phones, the ones that you could not take out of your car.
Right.
They were hardwired in, and you had to have the special antenna. I was in my 20s before they ever hit the market. So I just thank God I was young and dumb before camera phones.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all thankful for that. Because we did some stupid stuff.
Yeah, well,
and nobody's got it on camera.
I was going to say, well, thank God there's no video proof because I can't go to jail.
There you go. There are some advantages to that.
Yes, there is. Whew.
So getting back to the giveaways that we're going to do this year, like I said, every flathead caught, we'll have everybody guess the weight. The closest without going over will win a butterfly sticker and an Ed Evans sticker. If you get it head on, right on the money, you're going to get the hat, shirt, sticker combo from both of us. And hopefully my towels will be in by then. I'll throw the towel in there also. But that's what we're going to do. And we had one winner. Or did we have two?
When?
That guessed the weight right on.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one that guessed.
That was John.
Without even seeing the fish.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just guessed 15 pounds without even seeing the fish. and it was 15 pounds right on the money. So
Right. And we usually go 2 digits out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's what we're doing as far as the giveaways
It's
go.
pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
special
gonna add some stuff.
occasions. Special occasions.
Like if Butterflies and Sunshine gets her personal best fish again, I gave away a shirt, hat, and sticker, and she had a shirt, hat, and stickers made up.
I have shirts.
For
I don't have all the
whoever-
sizes that you have, but
Right.
definitely be a hat and sticker. And I can get a shirt if they're willing to wait for the shirt to get made.
Right, because
Excuse
they're
me
custom made.
for 1 second. I'm going to go refill coffee while you finish telling the wonderful audience about the giveaways.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, we did give some shirts away. This ain't the prices right. Well, we got to make it fair for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did give some shirts away this year.
Hey, Buck, we did have one night where nobody guessed the weight
Yes.
because everybody went over.
Everybody went over.
Everybody went over, and we had 20 some people in the room, 27.
Yeah, it was way over.
And everybody went over.
Way over. Yeah.
And then the next fish caught. Who was it to put 0 down?
I don't remember, but yeah, somebody put.
Yeah, somebody put 0 down. So if it was up to whatever and everybody went over, the one that was 0, they're going to be the winner. So that's why they did that. And I thought it was hilarious.
You said coffee. Where? Rhonda's on her way to coffee.
24/7 at Rhonda's.
Rhonda's making a coffee run.
24/7.
Buck Williams. I just read that.
Yeah.
But we're excited. We want to get the show started. Like I said, the only reason why we're waiting so long is they repaved our parking lot, and my boat is held hostage.
He gave you some time to
There's what's holding his boat hostage, everybody.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be much longer because Ed said he's breaking it out, whether they take the cones away or not. It's coming out next week. So
I will be free.
Yeah, it's coming out. That's for sure. So what we've been doing in the meantime, we're working on the bait tank. Today we washed it up, filled it up. Tomorrow the pump is being put back in. We'll start circulating the water. I got to throw the chemicals in, of course, because we're using city water, and that chlorine and stuff that they have in the water. I don't even know what we're drinking anymore. I don't even drink that water. I drink bottled water.
Yeah, neither of us drink the water.
Yeah, it's pretty harsh on the fish. It kills them pretty damn quick for whatever reason. So I have 110-gallon tank outside, and that's what I put my bait fish in there. Now I could keep 30, 35 fish in there with no problem, comfortably. You're not going to stress them out or anything because there's plenty of room for that many fish. And we'll have fish for when we have to take them out.
Mm-hmm.
So now we'll be able to go fishing during the week, during the day, catch our bait fish, bring them home, throw them in the live well, and we're good to go till Wednesday. This way here, because
Wednesday's not such a long day. Well,
right.
I mean,
but if you went out in the morning to catch your bait,
which we've done already, and
done
then
that plenty of times,
get the boat ready, go out, and then stay all night, and then get home at lunchtime the next day because we stopped at the dock and visited.
Right.
So it's like it's a long day.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Yeah. Yeah, we're usually on the water around 7 p.m.
Ed dies for the day.
And we get off the water at 8 a.m. We stop over at the dock on the other side of the river to talk to some friends that are sitting over there fishing. And then by the time we get home, it's like
11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, about lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I put the boat away and everything, and I go take a shower and crash for the whole day.
He dies. I take an hour or two nap, and then
I can't do that.
I'm up and out. I can't sleep in the daytime. So
Now, when I'm on the boat by myself, I can cat nap on the boat.
oh, he never
You have
catnaps.
2 other people reading your chat for you.
He never catnaps when anybody else is on the boat.
Sure.
Yeah, I do.
I know you do.
There's been plenty of times Linda and I are talking to one another and Ed's over there just sawing logs.
And she'll say, "Is Ed sleeping?" I'm
Yep. But that's a good thing
Snoozing
about
away.
them reels. They'll wake you right up.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's a
do.
good alarm clock.
That's how Jody prefers to catch her fish. Wake up to them.
Mhm.
Yeah. She's done that on many occasions.
Many occasions.
Yep. Wake up to a 40-pounder on the line. That's
Yeah.
got to be nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Agitate the water heavily and aerate the heck out of it for 24 hours.
Should
Should
evaporate
evaporate
chlorine and
Burn
fluoride.
fluoride.
Oh,
Well, that's nice to know, Bobby.
yeah.
Yeah, I usually go ahead and circulate it and let it sit for like 3 to 5 days just to make sure, only because I know my county adds fluoride. They advertise that they add fluoride to the water. So
Huh.
I always make sure I do it like 3 to 5 days just to make sure it's clean and clear.
Yeah, I go to a pawn shop down the road from us a little bit here, and they sell me whatever I need for the pond because they have a lot of koi. Now, koi, they're kind of like a carp, so they're a little hardy, but if they get a disease, they can die really quick. So they give
Yeah.
you all the appropriate chemicals to put in the water, and they tell you exactly, what the ratio should be for 100 gallons. And that's basically what I do. I just set it up for 100 gallons because I don't fill the tank up to the very top.
Right.
So
It's about 2 inches from the
yeah, but I'm still around 100 gallons, I guess. So I make sure I'm good for that.
The koi is like a giant
Carp.
goldfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just basically a giant goldfish.
Yeah.
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 But some of them get like 30 and 40 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they get very colorful and it depends on the breed and whatnot. And they
Yeah.
get very expensive very quickly.
Yeah.
Even for the most simple.
Yeah, even for the most simplest looking ones, they get very expensive very quickly.
And that Eric's off tomorrow too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
He got 2 days off back to back this week. We ain't sure how that happened, but
He ain't gonna know how to act.
That's what I told him.
So
Bobby
you
said
guys
it's
going to
supposed
the
to be.
farm? Are you going to the farm tomorrow?
No, we were supposed to go today, and
Right.
he didn't feel all that great, so we
Right.
stayed home today. Tomorrow, a friend of his from Safeway is going down to interview with this place to see if he can leave Safeway and get a job down there.
Okay.
So I'm kind of playing taxi, taking him
Right.
down to the interview and whatnot. So
Right.
that's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Okay. Eric going to put in a good word for him?
Yeah, he already has.
Good.
So it's been about a month that they've been talking back and forth about him doing it. And he finally said, "That's it. I've had enough. I'm done." So
Good.
he's ready to move.
Very good.
Awesome.
You feeling better, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. I know what made him sick. That birthday song probably got him really sick.
No.
He's just
If-
recovering.
If anything got him sick on his birthday, it was that movie he went to go see.
Oh yeah, that useless movie. He's still trying to figure out.
Yeah, he still has not figured that one out. God,
Yeah.
I don't know who in this chat is into Minecraft, but whatever you do, avoid the movie. It's not worth the money.
Take your own popcorn and drinks.
Yeah. Wait till it streams at home for free.
Then you don't mind turning it off.
Right. Yeah, but it's pretty bad when both of my boys, who are 8 years apart in age, but both of them are into Minecraft. And they both looked at each other during the movie and went, "What are we watching?" So you know it's a bad movie when you got people that grew up playing these games and
Right.
know the lore and stuff behind it and whatnot, and they look at each other and just go, "Why? What are we watching? What is that? It's bad. Save your
It's
money."
bad.
I
Yeah.
used to be into the Saw movies.
See, I was too.
They were fun.
I liked Saw and I liked Freddy Krueger. I wasn't into Jason and I didn't get into Michael Myers, but I did like Saw and I did like the Freddy Krueger series.
Well, Saw makes you think.
Yeah. Is that like paper mache? Robin said his Minecraft like paper mache.
Kind of.
Dot matrix.
uh, so is that it?
Yeah, that's all I have, really. I can't wait to get out on the water.
Yeah.
Yep, we got to get you there.
Yeah.
Free the boat first.
Well, I redid the boat, so
Yeah, I got my 50-cent tour today.
huh?
Yes, she got her 50-cent tour today.
Yeah, but I'm still working on the floor. The two pieces, they're
Ay, ay, ay.
they're a pain.
What a nightmare.
I mean, I went out and bought a $99 tool just to do the job, and I bought a set of blades which was $56. So you're talking almost $150 for this tool to do the job that I thought I needed to do to get these two boards in. But
It went better than the chisel.
well, yeah, because I started chiseling it out with a hammer and a chisel. But
Caveman over here.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Real quick, I just wanted to share this. I know when we ended the season that Ed and Linda made it publicly known that they wanted to take myself and my son out to dinner. And when we met up, Miss Linda gave me this beautiful diamond painting kit. And this was back in November. And
Look at
I
that.
think it
It
was
turned
2
out
weeks
nice.
ago now.
Yeah.
I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I finally put the last diamond to it and finished it off. But this was the kit that she gave me. It's called Christmas Cardinals, and it is completed.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cardinals flying around here right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. He said to me today, there we go. He says to me today, look at that, there's the Cardinals, the first ones I saw. And I'm looking at him like, really? Okay. There's a whole bunch of them flying all over the place
Yeah.
for weeks already. But it's kind of like he hasn't seen Jimmy James or Alvin either, so
No.
Right.
yeah, Rhonda does some great work.
Yeah, she made me one of a carp jumping out of water. That's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Thank you,
looks
50
nice.
Cent.
I still have my pictures on my counter where I showed you where I had them displayed. They're still displayed there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a couple of new ones for you, Miss Linda, that I need to get to you. So we need to schedule another meeting, and I need to get Eric off of work long enough to get up there to do
Right,
it.
yeah. Well, we want to take you guys out someplace up here this time.
Yeah.
So, if it's feasible for you guys to come
Yep,
up.
we'll get there. It's just a matter of, well, they had inventory today. So everything's been getting everything together. So now everybody can start, scheduling time off and figuring it out from there. So
Right.
I got to get some time to get up there with you guys, and I got to get some time to get over and see Chrissy and Ernie and all that group. And yeah, I got some travel plans. It's just a matter of making it happen.
More road trips.
There you go.
Road trips.
Yeah.
Hey, I look at it like this. Anything between Maryland and Chicago, Illinois, you got a better chance of seeing me because I can hit you on the way to see the grandbaby.
There you go. I'm coming northwest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh, yeah, so I've been Ron, you did keep yourself busy though with the diamond painting this year.
Oh,
You
I got
a lot-
hundreds
I
of them done.
got a lot done.
I
Every one of them
sorted.
turns out beautiful.
I sorted. I did Yoshi. I did a Baby Yoda. I just finished a turtle.
Right.
No, what I decided to take a nap.
She
You
fell
missed the
asleep while we were
40-pound fish
talking
that just
about
came
fishing.
in.
She always wakes up to her catch.
Yeah. We were just talking about her waking up to the reel going.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been busy with the diamond paintings. I did a Last Supper painting for
Yeah,
Chrissy.
that was
That's
beautiful.
almost as tall as me. So that was a project. I had to rearrange my house just to be able to work on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Major project.
Oh, that dinner, that Last Supper painting, I loved doing that. That was so much fun. It turned out really pretty.
Yeah, that did turn out beautiful.
A lot of times details do not turn out very well when you diamond paint. The picture looks great, but when you put the diamonds in it, you lose some of the details.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really afraid that because there was a lot of facial recognition with that Last Supper painting, Dominic,
It was 3 feet tall.
but because of all the faces, I was afraid that it would just look like blobs in the painting. Hold on, let me go get it and I'll see if I can get some of it at least on camera.
Yeah. I think the fact that it was so big, you were able to show the detail better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They didn't all blend together. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, oh, good googa mooga. It's twice the size of my desk. Here we go. Let me take the hangers off of it because I do have them hanging. All right, set them up there. And then let's see how well I can get this on the camera because I'm not sure that it's even gonna. Let me do it this way.
Ooh, the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
How many hours you got in that?
81 hours.
How many?
81. 2 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks of a full-time job.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Man, I would have gave up after the first 50 diamonds.
I had fun with this one, but I was worried that because it was so big, I would feel overwhelmed and I wouldn't want to finish it, or I would get halfway through it and get tired. But no, I liked it.
Hey, Sampy, welcome in.
Hey, Sampy, what's going on, brother?
And then let me see if this one will show up decently. That's the turtle that I just finished. There's the Yoda that just finished.
There's the turtle. It's behind the chat. Put yourself full screen.
Yeah,
Okay,
full
hold on.
screen.
I got to remember where that button is again.
You'll find it.
There's the turtle. And then that's Yoshi or Yoda.
Yoda, baby Yoda.
And then there's Yoshi.
There he is.
So yeah, I've been a little busy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you sell them, Rhonda?
No.
And I did this one for Eric.
Love, right. And the cat you did for Eric too, didn't you?
Yeah, that one I got put away in my binder. I don't have it
Okay.
out. These I haven't sealed yet, so I just have them hanging up until
Hey,
I
JG, what's going on, brother?
JG, Lance, how you
Good to
guys?
see you.
Mike Sampson.
Yeah.
Lance is in the house.
There you go.
Nice.
Chris likes the turtle.
Now, I gotta be kind of careful with some of these. Oh, I just closed my camera. Didn't mean to do that. I got that one that I did. And then there's a deer. And unfortunately, during the winter, my oldest cat passed away. So, in memory of him, I made a rainbow bridge, which I'm going to put down so that you guys can see and pull it down closer.
Oh, okay, nice.
And then for my grandson, I did the punk rock duck. And I have that one there as well. So
Starting him
these are
off
the ones
right.
that I have
You
yet.
got a lot of hours right there in front
Oh
of
my
you.
gosh. Yeah.
And that doesn't include the stuff that is for like you and Ed and stuff that I can't show online. So that's just the stuff that I can show. Thank you,
There go,
JJ.
Gray Wolf. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people would buy them because not all of us have the patience to do that kind of tedious stuff.
Oh, me for one.
Are you kidding?
I'd give up after 50 of them, I
I was
think.
gonna say after that piece for the floor.
Right.
2 days in a row he gave up.
Yeah.
And Ed doesn't typically give up.
No, I gave up.
Yeah. It still isn't completed.
Nope.
Still isn't completed.
It's fishable.
Oh, yeah, but I mean those two sides are, and I mean understandable. If you would see the carrying on that you have to go through to get this thing done, it's a bit much.
Well, we got to get the bait tank running tomorrow.
Yep.
Let it run for a few days, and then we'll go catch some bait and throw them in there.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Be ready for Wednesday.
Yep.
Now I'll show off some of the ones that are done and promised out to people already.
Okay, well, you can put them full screen, Rhonda.
Okay.
We know what we look like.
Yeah, I wake up
What
gorgeous
I
every
can
morning.
see. This one is Dominic's. This is Roscoe, which is also for Dominic.
Okay. Dominic's in the anime?
Yes.
Okay.
And then just since Bobby is here, I do have yours finished, sir. Take your pick. I have two. So I have not forgotten you. I just got to seal these, wrap them up, and get them sent to you. I swear. They're here.
There you go. Nice.
So I'm looking for that button again.
Are each one of those glued?
I got to get the mouse to line up just right to find it.
Yeah.
Do you glue the diamonds on there?
The paper's sticky.
The papers, hold on, let me show you the one I have now. So this is the one that I'm working on, and I know most of you, once you see this picture, will know who it's going to. And if you don't, then I will tell you, because I'm pretty sure she'll figure it out anyway.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure she'll figure it out anyway. But it comes like this, where you have the picture, and just like a paint by number, there are little numbers. Let me see if I can get it close enough that you can see it. There's like little numbers and symbols, just like a paint by number would be. And of course, it's not going to focus that you can actually see, but you get the idea, where each one of them is a letter or a symbol. So it comes with glue already on it, kind of like a double sticky back tape.
Thanks, JG.
And then you just take the little diamond drills, and like this one is, what is that?
Yeah, sticky.
That's
Oh,
letter
okay.
or number
Like
8.
Uh-huh.
So anywhere on here that the number 8 is on my canvas, I put a dot. And as you can see by that color, there's a lot of number 8s.
Yeah.
Wow. God bless you. I couldn't do it.
I love it.
I couldn't either because I couldn't sit still that long.
Nobody says I'm sitting still. You
Well-
don't know how many times that I'm up and like dancing while I'm doing my diamond painting, or
And my diamonds would be all over the place.
no, I'm pretty good about not spilling them so far. Knock on wood. Let me knock hard, because God knows now that I did that, it's going to be all over the place.
Yes, it takes off like a section at a time.
Yeah,
I wasn't very artistic in school.
this is just painter's tape that I've cut down and divided it off so that when I'm ready to do my next section, I just lift this up and then take my scissors and cut right there. And then I know that that's right here is my next section that I'm going to work on. I don't go out of it. So it
Right.
keeps me centered and I know that all the dots are in that area before I start my next area.
Right. And it doesn't expose all the sticky stuff to everything either at
Right.
the same time.
And me having cats, we do little sticky areas at little times because cats shed. Cats shed.
And they eat the glue.
And my male cat, apparently, I don't know what it is. There's an additive in these glues and adhesives. He eats tape. He eats anything with sticky to it. He will chew. I've had it to where I had a painting I was working on that I had to actually throw away because he licked it so much, he licked the sticky off of it. So we don't, when I'm done diamond painting for the night, I have to do this and turn it over, or I have to hang it up so that he cannot reach it, or he'll sit here and literally lick the diamonds off of this painting.
Mm.
I don't know what it is.
Something about it he likes.
There is, and I don't know. I don't get it. And I'm wondering if Dom looked at this painting and went, I know who that's for.
Dom probably figured that out. Yeah. That's yeah, I'd like to see the expression when they see that.
Yeah.
You'll
Well,
have to take a video.
Given the fact the t-shirt says what the t-shirt says, there's no denying who it's going to. And then these are some of the other ones that I've gotten done. That's a nope, that one's far away. Let me do this. That's a nativity scene that I did. And this is a partial. The background is the painting itself, but the angels and the three wise men and stuff are the diamonds. And then I did this one for my husband, which is the navy. And then that's the cat you were talking about.
Right, right.
And there's that turtle that I did. And that cat. And then I did Toy Story for my oldest boy. And this one will get done and go in the baby nursery now.
JG, yes. We actually have a new thumbnail that's going to be going out this
Let me
year.
throw it up. I know where it's at. I know where it's at.
You got it, Nanda. You got it.
So, yep. Thank you,
Yeah,
Mr.
that Toy
John
Story
Parker.
one looks like a lot. There you go. There's the new thumbnail for this year. There's the preview.
Special thanks to Mr. John Parker.
Yep, Mr. Parker did it again.
The amazing.
He knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Very subtle, but yet
We used his last thumbnail for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
This is our 3rd season, so he actually added that. Season 3.
Yep.
Yay.
12 to 4 a.m. Thursday morning.
Awesome.
And see, Linda, I am wearing your shirt. I told you.
I see that. I see that. See,
I saw that.
I offered her
yeah.
a shirt like I had made for myself with you on one side and me on the other.
Oh, okay.
But she said she didn't want one.
I said I like switching them up because actually it worked out great. You know, we did the pre-season show, which gave me Linda's shirt first. Now the actual opening show will be yours because I alternate each week. And she's like, but I can give you one shirt. You can wear both of them. I said, But I like the alternating. It keeps me, it's the only day of the week I can remember what day it is.
But when she wears my shirt, she wears your hat. And
Right,
when she wears your shirt, she wears my hat.
right.
So she has them both on anyway.
Okay.
And she says, but I can have it that you could have them both right up here and everybody could see it, because nobody could see if you're wearing Ed's because his is on the back. I said, well, that's
Right.
Ed's problem. He's the one that put it on the back, not me.
But you do know you could always wear it backwards.
Yeah, I could. I could.
It has happened.
Hold on. Jody, I need to talk to you anyway, ma'am. So that's not a problem. But the Navy one is, where did it go? There it is. Now, I'm also going to qualify this with normally, or like you see the other ones in this painting, this here that is now black was white. I painted it black. So if I did one for somebody and they would rather have a white background, all I would need to know is that I would rather have the outside white than to have it black. But this one was for my husband and he wanted it black. So that's why that's that way. Otherwise, it would be just like, did I finish off any of these in here painting wise? No, I did not. Otherwise, it would have white along the edge here instead of black. But that's the Navy one.
The black looks nice. It offsets the blue really nice.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, if you put white in there, it's going to drown in because you got the white in the flag and around here and whatnot. So, JG, you're fine. He wants to know, how is the new boat coming along, Ed? Going to be able to fish it?
Yeah. The new boat that I just bought is it's like for ponds and lakes that are only electric motors only. So I'm not really worried about that one right now. It's like a little project I got going. I want to get the other one because I redid it because I have a lot of people that are coming fishing with me this year. So I wanted to make it comfortable for two big guys, you know what I mean? For butterflies, you could put her in a handbag, you know what I mean?
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah, like a chihuahua. She doesn't take up much room. But with two big guys in the boat, I had to do some rearranging and change some things up, and it really coming along nice. I just have two floor pieces that are really giving me a problem, and they're the very end corner pieces that have to be cut out around all the ribs. But other than that, we're pretty much ready to go. The
Yep.
boat's fishable, so we're gonna take it out next Wednesday for our first hurrah.
Yep, no pre-planned schedule, but Jody, you're welcome to pop up on panel anytime.
Anybody's can pop up on our panel anytime.
That's right. I got to get my concrete overshoes ready so that when I catch that 62-pounder that Stan suggested that I get,
I'm telling you, I'm going to go buy an anchor and get a chain and make a belt. And we're going to use that on the boat so that when she does hook into the big one, we're not taking any chances. She's staying on the boat.
Well, like I said, Ed said definitely not anyway, because he's if the fish don't pull me in afterwards, he's throwing me overboard. So
we
that's
won't
what
let
he
him.
said.
We won't let him.
He's not going to do anything to keep that fish from pulling me in. He's going to let that fish pull me in, then he's going to reel it in.
Make for a good blooper.
And come back for me later.
You're terrible.
You would get blooper of the year if a fish pulls you in the water.
I just might, yeah. And especially you got it on live, and you're waving goodbye as I float away. There she goes. Butterflies overboard.
Yep. Rhonda, you got a lot of hours wrapped up in them.
It keeps me sane.
Did you ever
get
total
over the hours?
how many hours you got in that? All of them together?
No, I can tell you there's 2 hours in what's done on this. I can tell you because I tracked it. The Last Supper, I bought that and made that specifically for Chrissy Brown. So that is her painting. And I wanted to track how long it took to do something that big because it's the first time I'd ever done something that huge. And it was 81 hours invested in that painting.
Wow.
I even ran out of drills and had to wait for them to send me new drills to fill in. So it was a process with that one. But for like a square this big, I can usually get it done depending on, this is going to be terminology that I'll probably have to explain. Depending on how much confetti versus color blocking there is. For example, in a bunch of these, yes, there is a bunch of colors here, but they're all grouped together. I'm not putting like one dot here, one dot here, one dot here of that color. So it makes it easier when you got a bunch of the same color in one area. That's what I refer to as color blocking versus confetti, where you have one here, one there, one here, one there. Cool, Jody. Does that mean you got Thursday off?
Oh, Jody, we would love to have you up there fishing with us.
Yes. And I did put the link in chat again in case anybody wanted to join us on panel.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I remember when I used to fish Jody's Thursday night.
Yeah. Do you? That's where you got started.
Yeah.
Do you want a water or an iced tea? Or
No, I'm good right here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Not warm?
I'm typing. I know you hear me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Good evening, Shirley.
Good evening, Shirley.
Thank you for stopping in, sweetie.
Jody said she might be out fishing on Wednesdays this summer.
Awesome.
Yeah. Pop in anytime. You're always welcome.
JG says, I remember the very first night Ed did a show. He was there.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. This is our third season now. So, well, 2 years ago. If this is our third season.
This is our third, but you were fishing with Jody and stuff.
Oh, well before I started my show.
Before
Yeah.
that, yeah.
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 Yeah, I had a lot of fun fishing Jody's show. Most of the time she'd be falling asleep. And we'd have to keep her show running for her.
No fish tonight. Nobody made it a fishing show. But you're welcome to come up if you're fishing.
Hey, Stan, we were talking about the DIY that you're going to get into.
Yeah.
It is on the 31st.
Yeah. Stan, what are you using to make yours, or is it secret until that night? You're going to surprise us.
Stan, did you build your rod yet?
Wasn't it Stan that said something about doing having three different DIYs?
Yeah, but
yeah.
Jeff just told him no,
Oh,
just
yeah,
one, because you can only use one rod at a time until you get your fish on the DIY rod.
Oh, nice. He's not fishing, but the river's on fire with big flatheads. Ed was learning buttons on the fly.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an interesting path.
I'm hoping when we start, hey,
He's building it now. Okay.
Okay.
Shirley T, hey, welcome in.
I'm hoping we see Skywalker back on when we start up again.
I texted him today and told him that we were going to go on tonight and that we're starting the show next week.
Awesome.
Oh. Wrong Stan.
Oops.
Well, Stan too had been talking about that. It sounded like a really interesting thing too.
Oh, the DIY.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a fun tournament.
It is.
Austin, kudos to him. He kicked our butts, man. He
Yeah.
just kept catching fish after fish, and he ran away with it.
Him and his Amish
Yeah.
house and
We just couldn't catch any fish.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, Jeff got one, I got two. We ended up tied for second. The rest of the guys didn't get any. It was bad. Here in Pennsylvania, anyway.
well, hopefully it's a better. I think it's later than last year, or is it earlier than last year? I don't remember when we did it last year. Oh, I know when we did it last year. It was Jeff's birthday, 420.
Right.
So it was earlier. It was earlier.
Yeah, well, now the fish are biting, so we'll see. Yeah.
And hopefully the weather will be better, or at least more
Yes.
stable, because somebody's going to refill Mother Nature's Xanax prescription.
And
I have faith. Somebody's going to do it. I have faith.
they better do it soon.
You know, it would be nice.
Stan, PA. There you go. That's how you can decipher.
Ed's getting the carp these days. Big fun watching on stand day.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I like when JG said bonus fish at the end of his live.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to shut down, and all of a sudden the rod just started running, so got a fish.
Yeah, I got in from church and I turned it on and they were just signing off and they were giving the scores and they said Ed was the big winner, so I congratulated him. And the next thing I know, everybody's saying goodbye and all of a sudden, fish on! You know? And they're like, oh no.
Well, you saw what Bobby said earlier. He wasn't happy with a win. He had to, really rub it in.
Yeah, you had to make a grand finale. But that
Yeah,
part was a nice one.
Yeah, but that fish didn't count because it was after.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But it was fun. It was fun for the chat because they were able to win a shirt, hat, and sticker combo.
Yeah.
And
Look Lady won it.
Look Lady won, and we just asked him tonight if he got it, and he said no, not yet.
Not yet.
He'll probably get it tomorrow.
He'll get it tomorrow.
I'm thinking tomorrow.
Yeah.
It went out Monday morning early, so.
Yeah.
It's the United States Postal Office. You just got to keep your fingers crossed and hope and pray.
Yeah. But while I was at the post office, I asked them for a bunch of boxes. 28 pounds is a big deal.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of boxes to mail, shirts, hats, stickers, and towels when I get them. So we'll have a lot of giveaways this year.
Yeah, I want to get
every fish caught flathead wise, because we don't count channel cats. So, but every flathead
you don't
caught,
count them. Everybody else does. You just don't.
I don't. I don't like them.
Just a channel cat.
Yeah, it's just a channel cat.
It's as bad as Jody, huh? Just another blue.
Yeah, that blue slapped her around pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, she won't say that again anytime soon, I don't think. They beat her up good that night.
Yeah. And then isn't that the night it also pooped on her?
I don't remember. I think that happened. I don't know.
Was that?
that was a separate
that was
night.
Well, I mean, she's been pooped on more than once.
Oh yeah, so what?
You're asking me to remember things, and I can't remember what I named my own kids.
Hey, Hogleg's in the room.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Hogleg, how's it going, buddy?
Welcome in. Honey.
Good to see you in.
Yeah.
15-pound channels.
Hey.
Yeah, Stan. The largest one I got out of the Schuylkill is 17 pounds.
Congratulations to her and you, Jody.
Yes, very good. And to the grandbaby for her new princess winning.
Yay.
Pageant. Yeah.
But the flathead bite starts at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I get the bigger ones after 4 o'clock in the morning, but like I said, in all my shows, we will have it pictures taken, and we will show them the following week, so nobody will miss out on those fish caught.
Well, and you may have a couple shows that we start live on Ed's and end up on somebody else's overnight.
You could do that too. Yeah.
And also,
Well, I know I have
if you look into who may be having a morning show, like Buggy or somebody,
You
maybe
can always jump up.
you can always, like you did with Hog Leg,
Right.
go from your show to his show and maybe catch those flatties, early morning flatties.
I think
JG, I'm happy with that, buddy. I love being picked on.
Oh yeah.
Just ask Jody; she picks on me all the time.
I think, and don't quote me on this, and I'm sure chat will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Buggy does Monday and Friday most of the time, and then
Mhm.
Rustic and Ernie are, kind of filling in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know I have been in and out of the catfish community since November, so I'm not as up to knowledge
well,
as I was once before. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, and I'm not usually up that time in the morning unless I wake up for some reason.
Right.
And I'll look at my phone and see somebody's live and I'll pop in and say hi and then go back to sleep. But there's early morning shows I don't really get to see
Yeah.
hardly any of them. I used to jump into Hoggies more often than anybody else's, only because we were already up doing his.
I said something about that, but I didn't know that you could record. Pontoon Jody just said, Ed, did you know you can do a private live after yours ends to still record the fish you catch? It stays private unless you change it.
I think you were talking about that, weren't you, Rhonda?
Yeah, I do not for that purpose, but yes, I knew.
But I don't know how to do it.
And make it private. I did not know that it recorded. That's the part that I did not know.
Okay.
I thought that it was private. It was private. It didn't. I didn't realize that it recorded it.
Well, there you
And
go.
that was just my tech brain not working, basically.
You'll have to get Jody to tutor you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the info,
Yeah,
Jody.
but now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably easier just to take the pictures like we were doing, because we're still running them live.
I have a dumb question.
Because if I try to run this live over top of my other live, it'd be too lengthy.
No,
If-
she's saying like after you go,
Let's
after
say,
you're done.
let's say just for the heck of it, you decided that you wanted to run till 8:00 in the morning. What stops us from just running the show from 12 to 8? Why would you need a second
Well,
show?
that's what Hoggie's saying, or just stay live.
Right. I don't understand the question. I'm lost.
Or everybody will fall asleep.
Well, you don't know because
Because most of them are
But
4
you know
hours.
what, Ed? But you know what, Ed? If they fall asleep, it's still a view. You're still getting viewing hours because they're still, as far as YouTube's concerned, they're still eyes watching the TV. They don't know any different.
But we do have people come in intervals, so you do have your early morning people. Like I said, when Hoggy did his so early, he had different people come in at different
Right.
times.
Well, I enjoyed Fishing Hog Leg show.
Well, I know
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Skywalker and everybody in there.
Yeah. Oh, Jody said it's 2 separate lives.
Yeah, if you ended the regular live and then started another one as private, it would still
Private,
record
okay.
you fishing, but it would not be live for anybody to click into until you made it public and or shared whatever way for someone else to join or access the live,
Gotcha.
the private part.
Well, and like Hoggy said, if you're going to do that, you could just stay live.
You will grow your channel by staying alive,
Right.
and there is nothing to watch.
Yep. She's right, because more people, the longer your live is on, the more people that come in and out, the more interactions that happen, the more the algorithm for YouTube pushes it out, which would bring newer people in for you to grow.
Right.
She's absolutely 100% right. And believe me, there are nights that I put shows on that I know I'm going to fall asleep to, but at least it's some background noise that I'm falling asleep to. So they're still getting their watch hours, and I see it as a win-win for both.
Well, I can't do that to both Butterflies and Rhonda. Make them
Rhonda and I'll take shifts.
set up for 16 hours.
We could always take
Rhonda
shifts.
and I, well, when I go on the boat, I'm up anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And if she's on the boat and has her phone and something comes up that I can't stay the 8 hours or whatever, I can always go, she's got the phone to reach at too. So, I mean, you got two of us, we can all work.
And I have his iPad to read chat when I'm on the boat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, I will not go live.
I was going to say, I don't think Hogleg's going to. Well, Hogleg, you need to start a Wednesday night, or a Thursday morning, early morning show, and that way he can come fish on your show.
We did talk about that if Hoggy was on Wednesday night, like around Rick's time that he goes off, he could go on Hogleg's show and just continue right on to his own show.
Yeah.
Like instead of reverse of what they used to do.
Right.
And he's on Tuesday nights, so
hey, let me add someone to the stage. Hello, Miss Jody.
Oh.
Hello, dear. How you doing?
Welcome in.
Hello.
Look at that. There she is. Look, almost like your new thumbnail picture.
Almost.
Yeah. I got that sticker.
What I was talking about is after your live ended, you could start another one, and it records through YouTube just like your others, but it's private. No one can see it unless you share it. And then if you catch a big fish, you can go back and trim that video off of it.
Right.
Well, see, I don't know how to do any editing. That's
don't edit.
What you're saying, right?
Well, what I do is I go back and I screen record mine off the live off YouTube. I play it on my phone and I screen record it.
That's technical. You done lost that.
Yeah, you lost me because I'm too old for that, Jody.
It's just a button on your phone that when you get to the part you want to record, you just hit the button on your phone. It goes 3, 2, 1, and it records it till you tell it to stop.
And then you post that video right onto YouTube.
Yeah.
I'd have to have somebody show me how to do it because
physically show.
Yeah, physically show me because I'm done.
I could do a video of it,
but it's not that smart.
Yeah, but that's what I do. I go back and I'll trim some content out of my lives because a lot of people, like Rhonda said, you fall asleep during it, and that a lot of people don't see. A lot of them that we catch. But if it's a big one, I'll go back and I'll trim it out a lot of times.
Well, you'll have to show me how to do that.
Yeah. You can make your shorts that way too.
Schedule appointment for tech assistance.
Yeah. We'll go FaceTime and she can actually show you how it's done. Or show me.
And it might not be something he's interested in.
Well, I don't know about that. Like I said.
I mean,
but that's either way.
That's where I get my screenshots at too, is from like pictures of my fish, is from the videos. That way, that's when you see me sit there for like 3 seconds straight, hold the fish still. That way I can go back and get a screenshot that ain't blurry.
Well, I do that. I'll go back and get screenshots off of his lives, off of my phone.
Yeah,
but I've never tried a video.
Yeah,
so
it's easy.
Some of the lives that I go in, and I don't know if it has to do with being moderator or if there's something else, but some of the lives you can go in and actually make clips from the lives as they're happening.
Yeah.
In fact, let me see if I have YouTube. Yeah, see, I can't do it on Ed's. I don't have the option. But there are some channels that when I go into it, it'll ask if you want to do a clip, because I've done it with someone's show I sent a clip to for Brian or something, and it was because they have the option that you can clip part of the live as it's happening and just send that piece.
I had someone clip one of my lives about 2 months ago, and it wasn't my finest moment. I was mad.
Oh,
I don't think people understand, like, when you clip a video like that, YouTube tells you who clipped it and how many people they sent it to. They don't tell you who they sent it to, but they tell you how many times they shared it.
All right, JJ, take
night,
it easy,
JJ.
buddy. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later.
JG, thanks for coming in. Be well, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the
I
next
got
one.
an idea. Why don't Linda do the first half and Rhonda the second half?
That's what I said. We can do.
In
Vice
some,
versa.
yeah, in some instances that'll work, but the nights that Linda actually goes out on the boat with Ed, then we wouldn't be able to swap off. She'd be on the boat anyway, so she'd be up
I'm
for the
there.
whole
I'm
show.
there for the
Right.
duration anyway. Yeah.
So,
but I'd be talking to myself.
no, you wouldn't, because I'd still be there. You know
Well,
me.
I know if you weren't there for part of it, I'd be talking to myself or chat because
he'd be asleep.
Yeah.
he'd be waiting for that wheel to scream.
Yeah.
See, it
He
looks
likes
to me
waking up
like
to go
everybody
today.
wants me to stay up while they
Mhm.
go to sleep.
Who else?
Yeah.
Everybody.
I used to do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
See,
Poor
I would
Harlan.
never fall asleep on a live, but
What?
What?
What? Wait a minute. Let's back that up.
Never
because I
happened.
don't
Jody,
think
you're
I
lucky
heard
you're
that.
not Pinocchio. Your nose one's been 3 foot longer already.
I don't think I heard that right. Did she just honestly say out of her mouth she has never fallen asleep in a live?
Jeff Beal and I woke you up one night and you had a 40-pound fish on your line.
Jody, how did you get that out of your mouth with the straight face?
I understand why Ed wants to end, because he's wanting to take a break and rest and take a little nap. And if you're live, then you feel like you have to pay attention to chat and everything. But you do get tired after a while, and you need a break.
Thank you, Jody. You do get a
Well,
break.
you can always take a break. Just leave your camera on and fall asleep like you do now. We don't mind. Linda and I keep it going.
Well, if I'm out by myself and I want to end, and they'll say no, when you stay live, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna talk anymore. It's just you can watch the rods if you want, but I have to take a nap, and that's what I did last year.
And 7 minutes later, she's awake and playing.
Yeah.
Jody, I don't know about you, but I look forward to those naps when I'm on the boat.
Yeah.
They're some of the best sleep you get.
Exactly.
It is. Mm-hmm.
The fresh air, the relaxation, it's some of the best sleep you'll get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it is 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I slept very little on the boat last year because I was on that skiff. But when I go back to a pontoon, I'm making sure I get a really good sleeping area.
There you go. Comfort, period.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a real nice lounge chair for myself for when I go by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the hours that you guys put in out there, you got to be comfortable, or you're not going to be live long, because you're going to get stiff. You're going to get, sore. You don't want to be doing it. You get cranky. It's just, you got to be comfortable.
Well, I do know one thing. He's not good at those new seats he put in. He's not sitting in that from 12 to 8 in the morning.
No.
Or even 12 to 4 in the morning.
No.
Now, they fold shut, though, don't they?
They what?
They fold shut?
No.
No, they stay upright?
No,
they fold down.
Folds down, and he can take them out of the holders.
No, I mean, like, if he was out with another person and had them on there because of them, which is why he put them on there. If he had them on there, he could always fold it down and sit other ways or other places and still be comfortable and not in that chair for that amount of time.
Right. Well, that's what I said to him. Like when him and I go, we can still take the little low ones that we always use,
the sand chairs,
and just keep them folded unless we want to sit low.
Right.
And sit in those, like I said, my feet will be dangling. You know, my feet will be dangling.
She told me, she says, it's going to look like I'm sitting in a high chair. I busted out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I use a little tray in front of me, you know?
I was just thinking, I'm surprised he didn't mount a car seat for you in it.
Exactly.
Booster chair.
That's funny.
My daughter asked me the other day, Mom, did you shrink? I said, no, I just don't have my high heels on. And they're like, well, you look shorter. And I'm there like, yeah, I'm in my slippers. And I said, don't tell me I'm getting shorter or I will have to get a car seat to drive my car.
Oh, good.
I won't be able to see out over the top.
Oh, good.
I can't afford to get shorter. They'll have to put me on a rack. Stretch me out.
Jody, did you get your new truck yet?
No, I have to wait till I sell the house. It's having an home inspection Friday, and
Yay.
the 19th is supposed to close.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm good.
Congratulations.
Yep. Finally, I'm so excited.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while. You had taken it, put it on, taking it off, put it on, taking it off. So I'm glad
Well,
finally
hopefully these
coming
people
to an
don't come
end.
back and say, "Oh, you got to do this, this, and this, and this."
Nope, it's in the contract.
Right?
Yay.
You're selling it to sell as is, right?
Yeah, I made them right as is. They counter off. They first offered something and I didn't take it, and then I sent a counter offer back, and then they re-offered, and it plainly says as is. No repairs will be made.
There you go. That's
I
the
mean,
way.
they
They'll have
passed
to-
home inspection last year, so it should pass it again this year. I mean,
Yep.
They're not getting an FHA though, right?
no, I didn't take that offer.
Yeah.
That's a separate another
That's what I
person.
mean. Yeah, because makes a difference.
Yeah, I could. I just could accept what they wanted, so I didn't take theirs.
Yeah. Well, you're better off this way.
Yeah, they was gonna. I had to put a heat and air in. I'm like, if I could afford to do that, I would have already done it.
Yeah. My cousin she wants to sell her house, and her air conditioner went on the second floor, and she had to get a whole new unit put in. It was $10,000.
Exactly.
They're not
And
cheap.
that's just for one floor.
Yep.
Hmm. I had to do the heat and air.
Oh.
What is it? A heat pump?
Well, I'm on a natural gas well, so it's a furnace, gas furnace, and then I have a air unit on the outside that's electric.
Yeah. Some bucks.
Hmm. You get them ladybug beetles around in your area twice a year that invade your home.
The ladybugs
I just
Yeah.
had a couple of them out here the other day.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
they can get pretty nasty if they really are invasive.
that's what shorted or tore up my air unit. They got in it and got in the contacts and stuff and burned it up.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just as bad if they actually get a nest inside your house. They can do all kinds of damage.
They're really bad up where I live. They come out in April and October. You can drive by and see them swarming the houses.
Ooh.
And from the road, you can see there's just so many of them.
Right.
So it's time for them to come out. So hopefully they don't come out Friday.
Yeah. Have a homecoming, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to your new home.
He's coming at 9 a.m. So if they do, the warm weather brings them out for 3-4 days. So hopefully, if they come out that day, it'll be after he leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can come out Saturday.
Yeah.
Come out for the weekend.
Yeah. But it's not just my house, it's all the houses up here. It's country But my house is more effective. They like light colors better than dark colors.
Oh boy. Lucky
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
So 9 a.m. it's all over.
Well, they had some stipulation doing house inspection 5 days, and then
The
but
night.
they couldn't offer nothing, for me to fix if they found anything. And
So
they
they
pushed for
basically had
an
that.
early, yeah, they pushed for an early closing date. So
Gotcha.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll all be
yeah. Mm-hmm. And I found another place to live already.
Yay. That's a good
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nearby, I hope.
It's actually kind of close to where James lives, down there on the river.
Oh,
Awesome.
so it's that far away. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Means she's closer to the river for fishing, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, but then
Yep.
you're further from work.
Yeah, she got to travel
I,
for work.
I'm quitting.
Oh, well, I guess
All
it
right,
don't
well,
matter about work then, does it?
Nope.
Well, that works
Well,
out good then.
I'm going to ask for a layoff. I don't know if they'll give me one, but they are laying people off. But we'll see.
Oh boy. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
A voluntary layoff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
A
anything.
lot of places that are,
Anything.
yeah, because a lot of places that are laying off, they'll, if you put in for it, then they'll let you
They'll
go.
choose you over someone who wants or
Well,
needs or
I
Right.
was gonna say, especially if you've been there for a while and you're earning
Yeah.
more than the other people.
25 years.
oh boy. I
So
think they
all
Uh,
your accrued vacations and benefits and raises
right.
mm-hmm.
makes you a prime target for them to say, yeah, you're doing us a favor.
Yeah.
They won't want me to leave, but
She's the
they.
only one that knows how to do her job, and that's why they don't want her to leave. Is what
But
it comes down to.
I'm actually having the audit on the 19th and 20th, so I'll have that took care of. So maybe they'll lay me off. If not, I'll just either take a leave or I'll just flat out quit.
I mean, I don't know what your
Well, you don't want to
state
quit
laws
because
are.
then you don't have any money.
I'll I'll have some money.
I
I
was going to
Yeah, but
say,
then
I
you
don't
don't
know
have
what your state
insurance.
laws are. Maybe it might be
Yeah.
worth you doing like an AMA 6-month leave of absence.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought about going and working one day for my insurance, but I can draw more than what I make in one day. So I'd rather try the unemployment.
Right.
Yeah, but will they give you insurance if you only work those few hours? A
Yeah.
lot of places you have to work like so many hours to be eligible, like 30, 32 or
Yeah,
30.
like 3 days.
Well, they used to would do it, but we have new owners now, so I don't know what
they'll
their policies would be.
Yeah, don't count on that because
I'm not telling them I'm quitting till it happens. So I'm not giving a notice
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I had a coworker. They made him mad. And he said, "Well, I'm just going to quit. I'm going to find a job. I'll be gone in 2 weeks." They made him stick to it and got rid of him.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a common thing too. You put your 2 weeks notice in, and then they come and say, "Well, you can leave now."
Yeah,
Well,
well, if they
Safeway did
fire
that
you,
with
you
Eric.
can collect unemployment.
Yeah.
But if you quit, you can't.
Yeah. True.
So get them to fire you.
Mhm.
I would never get fired. I go perfect. In case I have to get another job where I can
Want
go
me to
back
make
on.
you some cookies?
I know the cookie story. I know the cookie story. I know it.
Mister Perfect Record here.
Tell me about it.
Oh, it's funny.
We know it works.
Yeah, it does.
Well, you gotta make sure you got the right person to, not be invited and take a peek.
Hmm.
Oh, you're gonna have to explain that now because everybody's like, what are they talking about?
We'll let Ed explain it.
Oh, we'll never get that explanation. Let's go.
Christmas Eve,
He's gonna really tell it.
I was working. I'm the team lead man in the department. So, as a gesture, I decided to take a tray of cookies to work. I had my girlfriend made me a tray of cookies. Linda made me a tray of cookies. My daughter made me a tray of cookies. So I took the best looking tray that had the most cookies to work. Well, the cookies that I took to work were inappropriate. Meaning snowmen and snow women doing things. Well, it went to HR, and when they all came back from the holiday weekend, I got called down to the office. Well, when I got down to the office,
He thought he was getting
a promotion.
They were gonna tell him what a great job.
Yeah. And it was a woman that actually got me canned.
Hey, Chrissy, welcome in.
Hey, Chrissy.
But
Hey, Chrissy.
yeah, all over Christmas cookies. So if you need to
Wow.
get fired, Linda's willing to make the cookies for you.
Well, you know,
Now you
somebody
know why
sent
I'm
me
laughing so hard.
somebody sent me an email and they said just bring some effing cookies. So that's what I made.
She took it literally.
And I gave some to Ed.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
girl
you
that got him fired was just being nosy.
Yeah, because she was
wasn't even
eating
a
them.
part of the department, was she?
Well,
She was
no,
another department, wasn't she?
she wasn't invited in on the program, and him and his friends were all laughing and carrying on about the cookies, and she had to be nosy to come see them. And then she ate some.
Well, she took a picture of it first, and then she ate them. And then she showed the picture to HR after they got back from their.
So wait a minute. Now this gets even better. I'm sorry. The woman had the kahunas to take a picture,
Right.
to complain about them, but eat them. So she was not offended enough that she couldn't have ate them. She was just offended enough that you needed to be in trouble.
Right.
Right. Well, I said to him, she had something personal against him.
She had to have. That's just
that was personal.
that's ridiculous.
Because nobody invited her over in the first place. It wasn't like he, said, "Hey, come look at these cookies." She came over being nosy to see what they were laughing.
And the thing was, she
Curiosity
wasn't
killed the
even
cat.
on my shift.
Yeah.
She came into the cafeteria, got into the cookies that didn't even belong to her because it was for my shift, took a picture of them and ate them. And when my shift got there was hardly any cookies left.
Oh.
She had her cake and ate it too.
Yep, she did.
And got you fired.
Yeah.
It's really not fair the way it's set up in harassment in the workplace, because like I had this woman come to me wanting some files, wanting to charge somebody with something. I'm like, but I was back there last week working and I heard you saying the same things to him, but it was fine last week, but not this week.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
Hey, Anthony.
You can't have it one way one day and one way the next.
Right. That's not fair. I mean,
No.
Caught up and that's what I said. If she was not offended enough and she ate the cookies, she should have had no right to open her mouth.
Mm-mm.
Now, if she didn't eat them and it offended her, because I mean, there are people that don't see the humor in that, and I get it. You're right. You're entitled to, not appreciate it.
But then don't invite yourself over.
Right.
Yeah, don't go looking for it.
Either.
Curiosity killed the cat. Keep your nose where it belongs.
Exactly. Don't go looking for it.
In a case like that, You don't like it? Walk away.
Right.
But
I-
it didn't work out that way. But he's happy this way, so.
Worked out fine for me.
There you go. Look at it this way. She did you a favor.
Yeah.
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 But that's just ridiculous. If you're that miserable in your own life that you got to go out of your way to make somebody else miserable, what's that say about you?
Yeah.
Oh, and she'll preach the Lord up and down.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she's one of them born again Christians or whatever. And everything's to God, to God. I said, well, why are you eating these cookies?
Yeah, really. And yes, they do. Chrissy's got
Yeah.
it right on the head. Some folks just look for drama to stir. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to
Well,
be
she should
miserable?
practice what she preaches, that's all.
You know,
Ain't
she did
that
me
the
a
truth?
favor. I'm happy
They
now.
got a name for people like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately, we can't say it on YouTube.
We won't. We won't, but we all
Actually, you
know.
can, but
But we all know
You may
what
not
it
have a live going after it, but you can.
It's called Karen.
is.
Yep.
Hmm.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Some people, I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
Jody, one of these days when you have time and we can get together, we'll go over that video thing.
okay.
Yeah,
Look,
I'd
I
love
mean,
to learn that.
it's just an
it's
option.
it's
Yeah.
on the to-do list. Schedule
It
tech
keeps,
Jody
yeah.
tech assistant.
It keeps you from having to
Well,
stay to
Hogleg
use
gave
all
me
your
an
space
option
up on
too.
your
Just stay
phone.
on for 24 hours.
Yeah, hog legs there to just stay
Now I
How
will tell
on.
you, YouTube only holds 12 hours. So if you go more than 11 hours and 50 minutes, you should shut that one down and start a second one. Otherwise, you lose the first few hours of footage as you keep recording. It'll keep
Well,
cutting the first few hours off. So
I
you
had
lose.
that happen to me,
Yeah, that's
and
how I found out about it.
it didn't cut off the beginning. It like I caught some big fish at the end, and it didn't save those. It
Gotcha.
cut off. It kept running, but when you watch the live, it cut off the live at 11 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah. So if you do decide to do long lives, it's fine. Just make sure that by like 11 and a half hours, you start shutting down to start a new one.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, Chrissy. 100% right. I
Yep.
agree.
If I don't agree with a post or something, I move on and
Yep.
ignore it because that is what adults should be doing. Well, you know,
And I
you
like
said
the way she said should be doing.
no. I like the way she added adults because there's the key word adults.
Yeah, I do that a lot. If there's something in a live I don't like,
Yeah.
and everybody's got their own channel. That's why you got your own. But I may leave it and come back. I may come back an hour later, and it's on to another topic or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't get into sports, so they lose me a lot of
Mhm.
times when they start
Yeah.
talking sports, storing fishing. And I'm like, all right, guys, you go do your thing. I'm gonna go do my thing. I'll be back,
Yeah.
and I'll come back here and check it out.
I hate to hear football talk.
I hate sports. Period.
Yeah,
I was into
it's
football until the Ravens and Ray Rice, and yeah.
it's fishing, not foosball. Hmm.
Here's a good one for you. I like watching football, but it's called lingerie football.
Huh?
Look
I'm
that up.
I don't want to. I'm scared. Any
I've
The
seen that.
women are in lingerie playing football.
Real football?
Yep.
Real football.
Hmm.
Really?
Yep.
all I can say is that would scare me.
Hmm.
Well, don't scare the guys.
Well, more power to you.
I'm
But if I
I'm
put
I'm 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 picturing the
It's
the
like
ball
models
holder
running around.
holding the ball, getting ready to pass it to the quarterback.
Who's playing? But it's like I said, models running around. Victoria's Secrets.
Just the look on Linda's face. I'm done. She broke me.
Well, you know what I'm visualizing, right?
Yes, I do. That's why I'm dying over here.
Bent over, ready to throw the ball between her legs back at me, right?
Right. The view.
Jody, if you watch that football, there is
Mhm.
no secret.
Victoria let
There
it
is no
all hang
secret.
out.
Well, I don't watch it, but I've seen, clips of it and stuff where they've showed it on different things.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Well,
It
you can
ain't,
find a lot of things on YouTube.
ain't my style.
It's actual football league.
Is
Yeah.
it not on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, but you can actually watch it during the summer.
Oh,
Oh, good.
well, I'm glad. It's
I'd
in the
rather,
summer.
Yeah, because they
I'd
don't
rather
play
watch
good.
arm wrestling.
Arm
Arm
wrestling?
wrestling and sumo wrestling. I like watching that.
I only used to watch hockey for the fights.
Yeah.
That was the only good part of hockey.
Yeah.
Mm.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, hockey's running too much back and forth, back and forth, back
I've
and
been
forth.
watching these girls slap each other in the face over
Oh,
a table.
yeah. Yeah, I've been watching that too.
Yeah, and they knocked the other one out. Cold. Boom.
Hmm.
Over a table.
Yeah. There's a table between the two of you. One standing here, one standing there, and one takes her hand and they slap the hell out of you.
And it's a slap fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, thank you.
Now
I heard they do that in strip clubs
now I
too.
know what he's watching on TV, and here I'm thinking he's watching fish.
Well, these girls are fully dressed. They're like they dress like MMA fighters or something.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
They're
Good
I mean,
evening.
they're
Josh,
bad
welcome
women.
in.
It's almost good morning. Well, almost good morning. Living Waters out there.
Josh
How are you?
Living Waters.
Hey, Josh. Did you see he's engaged?
Hey, Josh,
I did.
congratulations, pal.
I sent him
Congrats.
congratulations when it happened. Yeah. Good job.
I told him as soon as I seen them start dating, I said, you'll be married within the year.
There you go.
Half century. I need to cover my ears. Why? I've heard you say worse.
50 cents say worse?
Tease it with him. But I was going to say, why cover your ears? I've heard you say worse.
Yeah, look at all his little smiley faces there. Like,
Well, see, he knows.
yeah. Talk about admission.
How do you tell somebody they stated the truth without saying you stated the truth? Look, he can't even spell it, but he's going to try and say he's won.
Yeah.
Rhonda.
He says he's an Andel.
Yeah, that's what I said. He can't even spell it, but he's going to try and say he's won.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, Ed, you wanted something, sir?
Yeah, you want to put the new logo up for the new people just coming in
I
the room?
surely can do that. See,
So
look,
they
I
can
even
look for
know where
this.
it's at now. See how fast it comes up?
He
Awesome.
is an angel.
She's getting used to that button.
Yeah, she's right on it. There's the new thumbnail for this year. So now you know what you're looking for Fish on Ed Evans.
Fish Evan. I like it.
Yeah,
This is season 3. This is our 3rd season already. Can't believe it.
hard to believe.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
How many subscribers you got now?
Not enough.
No, I'm not even at 500 yet.
We are at
What?
425.
Good gravy. You'll gain it this summer.
Especially if you start doing 12-hour lives.
Yeah.
I ain't doing
Yep.
that. I'm happy with the 4 hours.
Well,
You put me on 12 hours. That's more like a job. I don't want to be doing that.
It's one night a week. Toughen up.
But
Get him.
I gotta get bait and all that stuff, so that's more time.
I know. People don't understand you're just not that you've been out for hours before you go to live, usually getting your bait and everything ready and set up.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
All I hear is excuses. Living
But we're
Water
looking
Outdoors says,
forward to
any
getting
of you
back on the
going?
water, getting some flatheads.
Josh says, any of you going to the gathering? I will not be attending the gathering.
No.
No, I won't be there.
Are you going, Jody?
That's probably like a 12-hour, 14-hour ride for us.
I think
right?
it's 14.
14 hours.
I'm not planning on it.
Uh-huh.
I like that. I'm not planning on it. That
Yeah,
tells
well-
me that she doesn't know for sure yet, but good possibility she's going to be there.
It's slim possibility.
Gotcha.
I may be on the water, but I won't be at none of the events.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're going for the money, huh?
No comment.
Gonna try to win the big fish.
Tell him, Jody. No comment.
I'm gonna be good and say no comment.
There's
see,
nothing
see,
wrong with
see.
that.
She's pulling a Rhonda. Leave her alone. She's okay.
Yeah, 427 subscribers.
I'm at 427.
427 subscribers.
Well, then you gained 2 since you went live, because I've had the YouTube tab open and it says 425 on my screen.
Oh, okay. Well, I just looked in on his channel and it said 427.
Yeah, well, I don't know why, but like YouTube doesn't update my thumbs up, or like I'm only showing 1 thumb up through YouTube, and I'm showing 425 subscribers. So when I opened the YouTube tab, was back at like 6:00 this evening. So you only had 1 like at that point, and it has not updated it since then.
Well, when
Which
we hit 500, the gentleman that promised to do a giveaway, he's doing 3 Mad Cat rides and 3 Ancient Mariner reels.
Mm.
And I have a lot of stuff already setting up that I'm going to give away too, but that's for 500 subscribers. It's going to be called the Mega Giveaway.
Mm.
So once we hit 500, I'm going to go to Mad Cats, buy 3 rides, an Ancient Mariner, and buy 3 reels. They'll have to give me a code. And the individual that wins the ride can pick out the ride of their choice. And the same thing with the Ancient Mariner reels. They can, whoever wins the reel, I don't think they're going to go as a combo. Instead of like 3 people winning a ride and reel, 6 people will win, 3 rides and
3 reels. 6
yeah.
winners total.
Exactly.
If Donald Long's in, he might win a rod and a reel.
Well, that's okay.
Right.
Do you want something
Sure.
else? I don't have any more of these.
That's all right.
Iced tea.
Regular water's fine. But yeah, we got a lot of giveaways we're going to give away. And I have some stuff that's out of the ordinary.
Mm.
That doesn't even, well, it doesn't really pertain to fishing.
Do I have to make cookies?
No, you don't have to make cookies.
You mean corn cob holders?
But yeah, I got like headbands. They'll be great. Look at that. She's got corn on the cob holders.
Shirley says it's bedtime for me. Medication's kicking in. I hope everyone has a great night. Love you all. Love you, Shirley. Get a good night's rest.
All right, Shirley,
Night-night.
take care.
Thanks for coming in.
Did you see them new Revenge Hellcat rods?
No, I have not.
Yeah, they were on somebody's boat the other day. The ones where their eyes go around the rod.
Yeah, who was that?
Catch fish with us.
I saw them at CatCon and they are awesome. I wanted them bad, but I didn't get them.
Yeah, I think Catfish with Us has them on their boat.
Mm-hmm. Them some of the nicest. I've always liked the Hellcat rod, but them look really good now. They blow the other ones away. I just didn't know if you'd upgraded or not.
And that's Hellcat making them?
Mm-hmm. Hellcat Revenge.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the price of those rods are.
I don't know. Maybe 160. I can't swear to it.
Well, Mike's going to buy 3 rods, so any rod I tell him to buy, that's what he'll buy.
He didn't specify. He
No.
said 3 rods.
3 rods, 3 reels, yeah. And I figured go with the Ancient Mariners because they got the lifetime warranty on them.
Josh said they're 130 to 150.
Okay.
All right, so I give him to buy 3 of those then,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's probably got Maycat rods already. But being that these are new,
Brian Beeson.
Whoa, Brian B, what's
Sir
going on,
Brian
brother?
B. Bubbles. He's telling Jody go night night.
It won't be too much longer. I'll be going back night night.
At least a
She
little
had her
less
7-minute
later,
nap.
right? Yeah,
She took her
nap time.
7-minute nap.
I think I was out about an hour. I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah, you were out for a little while because we were saying something, and I said, "Well, is Jody still in here?" And Rhonda said she hadn't seen you for a little bit.
We were talking.
Yeah, you took a nap.
We were talking about Ed falling asleep, and I said, "Yeah, he likes to wake up the way Jody does to the real singing."
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
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 Yeah, she's done that on many occasions, woken up to 40 pounds.
Jody just said she never did that.
Oh, she does.
No.
I've only
No.
been woke up startled 2 times. I woke up one time and this bass boat was all around me looking in. I guess he's seen if I was alive. I don't know. And then
You had the bird the one time.
the bird was the other time. And that thing was just, I don't know if it was the bird woke me up or dragged from the rod, or if it had just landed, but it was right beside my bait board, but it was right in my face. And I woke up and saw that, and I went to screaming. And that bird flapped its wings and took off, and I heard that rod start pulling drag.
Jody, explain to everybody how comfortable it is to sleep on your boat.
I fish pretty hard. I'm all the time up working rods, and you stand in front of the camera, and you get tired. And you got the waves hitting the side of the boat, and it's dark, and it's beautiful, relaxing outside. No one's around, and it's just a perfect sleep.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
You don't
People
think of
ask me how
nothing
to
else.
sleep
You
on
got
a
no
boat.
worries out on a boat. You don't think of nothing.
Right.
Your mind's just right there in the moment.
And the fresh air and the smell of the salt water, and that's it.
People
Just
always say,
little
how can you
breeze.
sleep on a boat at night?
Yeah, but just the peacefulness of the environment.
I'm not reading that, Brian. I'm not reading that, Brian. I love you, but I'm not reading it.
Come on, Brian.
Meanie.
Technically, it wasn't my boat.
So he's saying that Jody's over there crop dusting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brian, when we go see you on the water again? I haven't seen you fish in a long time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh that loud.
Well, he talks a good game, but I never see him fishing.
Oh, he's been telling everybody he's been out, but we ain't seen the live, And I keep saying he keeps telling us that he's been out there, but I'm going to take a page out of Jody's book. If it ain't on video, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well,
Brian.
he might be out, but he probably ain't catching nothing.
Well, then he made the statement that he was fishing from the bank, and I died laughing. I'm like, well, we all know that's a lie because we all know Brian B. can't fish from the bank.
I think he lost his mojo.
Oh my goodness!
I think he went into retirement, and he just wants to be a host.
They're calling you out, Brian. You gotta defend yourself here.
He won't fish nobody you call him out on. He's supposed to fish like 7 of us women one time, and last year never did it. Said it'd take that many to beat him. I'm like, okay, let's get it going then.
And we still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he just likes hosting shows instead of fishing. I don't know.
That's what I said. I think he just wants to do the retirement and become a host and doesn't want to fish anymore.
Yeah.
You know, he caught the blow up fish.
He wants to. He wants.
He's done.
He wants to fish from his bathtub.
Yep.
The other night he said he was in his bathtub.
The worst
That's
part
weird.
is Brian did come in here and say that he was driving and listening. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, he's trying to pull over and cuss us all out. You know this.
That's where he got the name Bubbles, fishing in his bathtub.
That's okay. He's over here sending me pictures to prove that he was out on the water.
Oh, there you go.
Do you see any fish?
Let me see. I got to look. There's a small 30-second video, which I can't play because, you know, I can't.
Mhm.
There's
Right.
a picture of his head.
You don't make
Y'all
them
make
right.
Poles. There's, that's it. Hold on. Let me get to the other picture. There's a picture of just his poles from the bank, but there's no fish.
That's why we don't see him.
Oh, skunky.
He said, I've been
I've been
out
out fishing.
fishing.
You've got to put the line in the water to catch fish, buddy.
That usually helps. Here, Miss Linda. I'm going to send you the pictures that he's sending me, and you tell me if you see fish. That way everybody knows I'm not fibbing.
Well, I'm starting to yawn. You know what time it is.
Well, it's definitely Brian
Yeah.
standing there in front of the poles.
I'm watching the 30-second video, so let's see if I see a fish in the 30-second video or not. I see a
I
car.
don't see no fish.
I see the bank. I see poles. I see fishing bait. Hey, there's chicken, and I think that's beef liver. I'm seeing all that kind of good stuff. I don't see any fish, though. No fish in that
one.
30-second video. But I see bait.
Brian,
I'm going
you
to jump
remember
down.
what
Thanks
fish
for
looks
letting me
like?
come up.
Okay, Jody, you have a good night. Thank you for coming.
All right.
All right. Yeah,
Now,
thanks for coming and joining us, Jody. Always good to have you. Don't forget, Wednesday night, starting next week.
all right. Thank y'all. Bye.
All
Bye.
right.
Take care, Jody. Live streaming is exhausting, but now chilling and having a good time.
Dominic. Brian,
Dominic.
you're funny. I know you don't fish anymore.
You know you don't fish.
We know you don't fish. Who you kidding? And I'm pretty sure it was either last year or the year before that Brian made the statement he cannot fish from the bank. He has to wait till his boat's fixed or else he ain't fishing no more. So I know he's not fishing from the bank. So those
Been
pictures
working
that
on
you
that boat
saw,
for 20 years.
well, those pictures that you saw make me wonder if he didn't just show up at the riverbank and find somebody else out there fishing and he just decided, hey, let me photobomb this place.
Oh, my goodness. Brian.
I love you, Brian.
I'm feeling
Brian.
bad for him.
Brian ain't never going to speak to me again.
No, he's not like that. He can handle it.
Dominic, if I could touch you right now.
Jody has a birth defect.
Okay. Any excuse is better than none. That's what Mama used to always tell me. Anthony Banks says, I'm surprised that I caught y'all. I just kept hearing a tiny voice in my head saying, go to YouTube.
I'm glad for that tiny voice. It's good to see you, Anthony.
Welcome in.
You got to give him a wrench.
Yeah.
I got him on the list.
Okay.
You got him on the list? Okay.
Yes,
Next next streaming, Anthony, that you're in, you're gonna get hit with a wrench.
What
I'll
I'll do.
explain that to you when I see you.
Jody says, did Brian say he wanted to touch Dominic?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
we're
he
trying
did.
to keep it a family show, so we're ignoring that.
Jody, he did.
Yeah, what I'll do is after the show's done, I'll text both Linda
Exactly,
and Ed
Jody.
the name of the people that I have that did not have wrenches tonight, so you can go back in the live and pop them.
Right.
Yeah, because I'll have my tablet on the boat with me, so I'll be able to give him a wrench.
Well, there is a way that you can pull this live up through YouTube and from this chat just see the white names and give them wrenches. I don't know how to do it because I don't have any mods on my channel to give wrenches to because I never go live and or anything. So
That is unwanted
don't know how to do
physical
it.
content.
Well, yeah, because Brian said, "Yeah, I'll touch Dominic with the back of my hand," and then Jody
You'll get
said,
another
"That's unwanted
restraining
physical
order.
contact."
You'll get another restraining order. Won't be the first, won't be the last, I'm sure.
Brian, you gonna slap Dominic like Will Smith did to
Oh,
The Rock? Chris Rock?
Dominic says you won't get close enough. Brian's telling Jody to hush. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to learn how to load the pictures into your little sidebar there. And when Brian gets out of hand, I'll just show his high school picture or junior high school picture, or even I don't know what picture that was or what year that was, and then he'll just disappear, and you won't have to worry about him giving anybody a hard time.
Rhonda, do you do it off your computer?
What? Yeah, if I went in to do it, it would be on my computer.
All right. Well, if you have the pictures downloaded on your computer, you
I
can do
just
it.
hit add
I
overlay.
can't get them off of my phone onto my computer.
Right.
I have to download them to my actual computer, and then I can get them off to put them up.
Gotcha. Let me see something. Because I don't know if I got that picture. Actually, I know where I got that picture. I just got to find it. Because I've sent it to quite a few people. Oh, sorry, Brian. I guess I shouldn't tell you that.
Anthony saw somebody wearing the same shirt
Yeah.
that you gave to.
I gave to all the guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a popular shirt, Anthony. I would have liked to seen your reaction.
I know how to do it.
There you go.
Gary.
There you go. Yeah, because I could download from my computer, but I couldn't take it from my phone over unless I transferred it from the phone to the computer and then over.
Yeah. Let me see if this works. Let's see. I just gotta find where it downloaded to.
Yes, sloth speed.
Okay, I got it. Are we ready to see? Are we ready to see what I uploaded?
Sure.
Yeah.
And Ed, I will take it out if you wish. I know Brian's going to tell me to take it out, but here we go.
All right, you ready for this, Brian? Oh my goodness, how old was he there?
I don't know. I'm going to guess probably
10, 12?
teenage, I'm going to say right around teenage, probably the beginning of.
You think he's
never
that
gonna
old?
talk to
Look
me
at, oh my
He's
God.
never going to talk to me again.
Jody, those shorts.
The sad part about it is,
It didn't look like shorts. It looked like a skirt.
Dominic says he's 32.
there's the short. See, everybody remember. I was like 7 or 8. No, you were not.
It looks like he might have been like 10 or less.
Good evening, Mr. Bob. Actually, it's almost morning. Well,
Hey,
close enough.
BBB.
I'm still thinking.
Bob who?
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Brokeback Bob.
Welcome in, Bob.
How's it going, Bob?
Jody said Brian was actually 23 in that picture. He had puberty late.
Such abuse.
So, if anybody needs a copy of that picture and you have me on Facebook, I will gladly forward it so that you have blackmail anytime you wish against Brian when he starts. So, there's always that. Love you, Brian.
I'm just going to go back on the live and screenshot it.
Now, to be fair, that is not the whole picture. The whole picture is a family type picture. I thought I sent it to you already, Jody. I will send it again, though.
Is that when you became an Eagles fan?
That picture actually came from a birthday live that some of the other Potomac anglers had put together for him, and they had the photo, and it was a family photo with Brian, and of course they went ahead and put it out there just to embarrass him. So I was nice and just cut Brian out and left everybody else out of it so we can just pick on Brian.
Brokeback Bob said, I didn't think Brian hit puberty yet.
You should have that picture in your Facebook, Jody.
And Jody's going to make a photo and put it in her new house.
There you go. But yeah, if you guys remember back at the bait shop during the year, they were doing the catfish clothing introduction of how to design. So I sent the picture to Chad and I asked Chad if we could get shorts like that made through catfish clothing. So of course Chad had to put it up on the screen and said, Brian, we got a request to bring this back. I think that's one of Brian's better pictures. Thank you very much.
Start a Brian scrapbook, yeah.
There you go. And Jody, I want to ask you something, but kind of sort of in private. It's about diamond painting, and would I have permission to use your logo to play with and see if I can make a diamond painting out of your logo? Because yours is one of the basic, more easy ones without the extra pictures in the background that I can just do, like the black and the green. And I just wanted to know if it was okay with you if I replicated and try to make it a diamond painting.
It would practice on mine too if you want.
I'm let me play with hers because I already bought the special drills that I want to do on hers. So okay, Jody. But I got to play with some things and I got to figure out how to print it on fabric so that it's an actual cloth like painting and not on paper. So I just got to play with some things and I'll keep you posted, and you would be the only one getting it. I would never make it or resell it. It would be your gift from me. So I don't want you to think that I would do anything, behind your back with it, because I will not.
Well, if you want something really simple, you can use mine too.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you, Jody. Because I have your sticker and I was just going to copy it and blow it up to the size I want to go from there, type of deal.
Well, there you go. If she sends you that, you can print it right on there.
Yeah. So that'll work. Thank you. I didn't want to mess with it and do it and then send it to her. Not that she would have been upset, but I didn't want her thinking I was doing things behind her back with her.
No. It's only proper to ask. I mean, she owns it.
Yes,
So
100%.
it's like
So,
a trademark, you know.
yep.
Yeah.
But I want to play with it and see if I can. That would be my first attempt at making my own diamond painting, designing it and everything. So I've got the glue, I've got the design after she sends it, but I had the sticker anyway. The only
Right.
thing I got to do is figure out, the cloth printing, because I know the printer I have now, I can't currently print cloth. So I just got to figure out what medium I'm going to put it on to make it work. That's
Right.
all. Don't play with Jody's logo unless you put something on it. But I figured hers would be the easiest to mess with.
Rhonda's branching out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a trying.
Okay, she sent it.
Yes, and I'm downloading it to my computer now.
There you go.
So I can play with that later this week. Yay. Gives me something to do.
Yeah, something new. A new
Something to play
adventure.
with.
A new adventure.
Yeah, I'm getting bored with just, here's the letters, put it in.
Well, the thing is though, if you can make your own, you'll save a lot of money.
Yeah, well, you can use these double sticky tape type, like I could put a photo on one side of this and then have it turn it upside down, take that paper off and do the dots on it and make it work. But what I actually want to do with Jody's is actually get like a piece of cloth, whatever size I want it, and then print the design on there. And I have something called dot sticks, which is the liquid form of this glue right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it on in thin layers, let it dry between layers, and it gets stickier and stickier and stickier the more you put on it. And then you go from there and put the drills on it. So that's what I'm working on playing with.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, moving forward.
I don't know about her dozing off. Remember, she just woke up from a nap. Oh, she said maybe. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she did say earlier that she maybe.
It was almost nap time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But knowing Jody, it'll just be another 7-minute nap and she'll be back awake.
Right. Well, she had a little bit of a nap a while ago. It was more than 7 minutes.
Yep.
So
Fun.
okay. So we're moving along. It's branching out. I want to get to. I've been saying it ever since CatCon, but I knew that Freddie was super busy. But I really want to get to him about me getting some bait towels. Remember, I said
Yeah.
that. And so I really have to contact him, see about getting some made, so that we have
Brian B
something
says, I just
different to
want to
hand
know,
out.
can I come to the wedding, Ed and Butterflies? And I want to wear my Super Bowl made tuxedo if y'all don't mind.
Who's Brian talking about?
I don't know.
I don't think
I'm
my
already
girlfriend would
married, so I'm out
appreciate
of the
that.
picture.
Yeah, and not only that, but even if that should happen, the bride and groom would be in Dallas clothes.
No. Pontoon Jody says, I need a snack, but my kitchen is spotless.
Oh, well,
DoorDash.
yeah, there
Page
you
out
go.
of Brian's book, DoorDash. Bob says when she starts typing things funny, she's falling asleep.
Or she already was asleep,
Yeah.
typing in her sleep.
Brian B says Dallas sucks.
Yeah, with 5 Super Bowl rings. The
Well,
Eaglettes only have 2.
Eagles have 2 now. They're catching up.
They ain't catching up. Brian would be dead before they see 5 Super
Oh my
Bowl
goodness. Don't
Oh,
say
good.
that.
You
Don't
have
say
to say
that.
I'm alive.
Yeah, you can't say that on YouTube. Anyway, you're not supposed to.
Oh my gosh.
All right, deceased.
No, don't say
You
that.
can't even say that. It's unreal, I'm telling you. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, football season will be starting soon. We'll get back into it.
I wish someone was here to open this picture. Hold on. Jody, let me show you a little gadget that is like the best invention ever made.
Oh, that little thing that you screw off the top with?
This thing, I love it. You put it on the jar and twist, and
Yep.
it just pop right off.
Yeah, I have one in my drawer. Yep. They work great.
They do. Oh, I love it.
They do.
Ed
They
is so
do.
jealous of the Eagles. It's okay, buddy. I don't have to tell you who said that. And he's speechless.
I'm not jealous of the Eagles. They're the only team in the NFL with a guy that's a cheerleader.
Equal opportunity.
Yeah. And they put them on the Eagles team because the Eagles are the only ones that wanted them. Next, you'll see Brian B up there dancing with the Eagles.
No comment. There's a mental image I could have lived without, especially if he's wearing them pink shorts.
I'm picturing Brian B dancing with the Eagles.
The Eaglettes.
With this little cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget the pink. Don't forget the pink shorts.
Cookiana, welcome in, Cookie.
That's another one that needs a wrench.
Yeah. Welcome.
Jody. No wonder you're not married. You don't know how to get the pickle. I should have read that before I read that. I definitely should have read that before I read that. Oh, good googa booga.
Rhonda, do you know Cookiana?
I do not believe I do.
Okay.
I might.
Cookiana is a fan of Annie Finn and Steve Brill and Skeeter, and I am sub to her, and she is sub to me, and I don't know, are you sub to her?
That's probably why the name looked and sounded familiar, because I do lurk. So I've probably seen but not spoken.
Right. So yeah, you probably have seen her. So
Yep.
Welcome in. She's from
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I gathered that when she started with Aloha.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lance does that, and he's from Hawaii too.
Yeah. Is Lance really from Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay, because I know he lives in Wisconsin.
Right. No, he grew up. I believe he grew up in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure if he was born there or not, but I'm pretty sure Brian B said Hawaii. I'm coming there soon.
Oh, there you go.
Close the board.
Are you going to be fishing over there, Brian?
He don't fish here. Why would he fish there? Oh, I'm sorry. I say that out loud. I'm telling you, that filter between the brain and the mouth just does not work some days.
It's a good thing he can take it.
It is. And he knows I love him, and I'm only teasing with him.
He
fishing. What's that?
He fishing.
He admits it.
He knows we all love him.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm.
Except Dominic. Dominic's still lurking back there.
Always. Miss Chrissy probably went and took a shower or fell asleep, one or the other.
Well, yeah, I didn't see her say goodnight, but that doesn't mean she didn't just wander off.
Yeah, she's good for that. We'll be like talking on Facebook or something, and then she just disappears, and she comes back. I'm sorry, I went and took a shower. I'm like, well,
Of course I am.
There he is.
there he is. Oh, Brian B says Dominic. Never heard of her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, wait a minute. She's the one that you were going to use the back of your hand on. Wasn't that the way it was going to go?
Yep.
Yeah. He offered to touch Dominic.
With the back of his hand.
You know who I'm surprised has not been in or has not spoken? I can't say they have not been in because they could be lurking, like I do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm shocked I haven't seen Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Well, don't forget the time change. The time.
Yeah.
Yep.
The time difference.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah. He's always
funny.
good for some. Yeah. Yeah.
You tell him, Jody. I'm not saying it though. Chrissy, I'm barely here. And Chrissy, I did show your Last Supper off, by the way, earlier
Yes.
in the show. So it does still exist. You just haven't received it yet.
Bob's probably looking at Dominic's videos right now.
You're right, Bob. I'm talking to Eric B. Well, why isn't Eric B in here? I see how it is. Wait till I get Eric. I'm gonna get him. First he talks about us lurkers like we're bad people. I'm not letting him live that down. I'm not.
You still actually see somebody fishing.
Ryan, they aren't worth watching. He's always like, I'm telling you guys, listen, there is God's time, there is real time, and then there is Dominic and Eric B's time. They have their own time.
Okay.
So does Stan. He's always late.
Yeah.
We will talk when I get to the gathering, Jody.
I'm joking.
Notice I left that part off. But I tell everybody all the time, there's God's time, there's real time, and then there's Dominic and Eric B time. And the rest of us are just here to figure it out.
Ryan can only go if he goes.
That's true. It's the only time you see Brian on the boat is if he is with them.
Who is he?
I'm not sure if it's family member or friend, but I'm pretty sure it's family either way.
I think it's Ernie the Hog Snatcher, isn't it?
No.
Okay. I've never seen Brian on a boat.
When Brian goes out on the boat, Brian's not by himself. He is always with him.
Yeah, but I said I've only ever seen Brian up on panel.
Well, the last time I seen Dominic on the boat, it was going underwater.
That is very true.
That was the last time I saw him on boat.
Can you blame him?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd be getting back on either. I'd be fishing from the bank too. Speaking of which, I never used my bank holder, my rod holder for the bank. This is what, going on the third summer? Still brand new. I won that from somebody else that I never see. Tony Harrison.
I don't see him as much as I used to, but
He
then
was
again,
always faithfully every Sunday on Stan Day. I
yeah,
have not seen
there's
Tony anywhere, even in chat. I haven't seen him for a long time.
usually, if I'm not mistaken, during football season, Tony is very busy with work, therefore he's not live as much. When work settles down, then he's able to jump back in. I believe that used to be the way it was, but I've been out of the loop now for so long, I don't know if that's something different or if that's still the same case.
Yeah, well, like I said, football season's been over since February, so. But, like I said, I don't know. I just hope he's okay.
Brian said Dominic was testing a boat out for a distributor. He didn't know he was in a boat with holes in it. Bet you he'll learn to carry Flex Seal and Flex Tape with him from now on, won't he? Because according to that, it'll keep the boat afloat.
He puts Brian on fish.
I don't think I can remember, and I could be wrong because Brian could have gone fishing once or twice without E, but I don't remember there ever being a time that Brian was out on the boat and E was not with him.
Well, he said he was on the boat with Jody.
That was Dominic was on the boat with Jody.
Oh, that was Dominic that was in the boat.
Yes, ma'am. Nope, Dominic went fishing with me since then.
Oh,
He was
okay.
out on the boat, yeah. Because somebody, I think Ed said that the last time Dominic was out on the boat, he went underwater.
Yeah.
Well, he's been on Jody's boat since then.
Okay.
Okay.
Is what they're saying.
Right.
Just not his own boat.
He has the truck. I have the boat.
Yeah. Oh, Brokeback Bob. I knew that Brian. I never knew that Brian even fishes. Brian, Bob, bite me. Y'all are a mess. Watch it, Brian. That's my daddy's boat. Uh-oh. Tony was going to fish last Friday with me, but a storm came in, so he made other plans. Yeah.
Who's
That's been
that?
a
Tony
problem, too.
Harrison?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I have not seen him.
Wasn't it this weekend? Good night, Chrissy. Thanks for stopping in.
Night, Chrissy.
Good night, Chrissy.
Be well, stay safe.
Didn't Tony just fish either this weekend or last weekend in one of the tournaments?
Oh, I didn't see any of the
Was he in the
tournaments.
Dock Demon? No? Yes, maybe?
I don't know.
I'm thinking of Doc Demons.
I don't know. I didn't see any of it, so I didn't see any tournaments this weekend.
I watched Chrissy on Dock Demon contest, so.
Yeah, I was.
Tony wasn't on that channel. For some reason, I remember seeing him fish one of these weekends.
Well, maybe he did, because, like I said, during the day I really don't get to see much of anything. It's not till it's later at night that I turn it on.
Sorry, Dominic. Bless that boat, but the angler in it sucks. Y'all were a mess.
Yeah, it's rare that I really get to see much of anything in the day. If I do tune in, it's usually just briefly and then I'm out until later in the evening.
Anthony Banks says, so I'm sitting here trying to process everything, but it's not registering. I guess it's the blonde in me, right, Linda?
I'm gonna say that's definitely what it is. I'll have to send in you some blonde jokes too, Anthony.
Ed needs to forward those older lady videos.
Oh yeah, those are funny. Those are funny.
Especially the headband one.
Yeah, that's yeah. Like I said, I'll tell you what.
Where's that supposed to go? I'm sorry.
That girl had her so confused.
I'm pretty sure that Jody just summed it up. Anthony, we have all known each other for years and we pick at each other like brothers and sisters. Yes, we do.
Right. Well, Anthony is a newcomer since last year to the catfish community.
Gotcha.
So he's picking up his bits and pieces as he goes along, but it'll take a little while to put it all together, but he'll get there.
Anthony, feel free to ask questions because anytime we can share the embarrassing stories about ourselves and each other, we will gladly spread the message, honey.
And Anthony is actually a neighbor to my brother.
Gotcha.
So he's one of the good guys.
At any time you have any questions or you need something explained, feel free to pop that question in there and we will gladly share the details.
Just be prepared for an answer.
Amen.
May not be the answer you're expecting.
Exactly. You still woke, maybe checking Tinder messages. Leave her alone. She's still trying to get pickles. Oh, come on.
Is that her profile picture on Tinder? Her with a pickle jar?
Brian B, we are not saying just an FY. Like, you needed to tell us. And anybody watching, if they ain't figured that out by now, they must just be as crazy as we are.
Well, that's what makes our show go round.
Ain't that the truth? I've never been on Tinder. Is that where you meet all your guys?
Good one, Jody.
Y'all are gonna break me. I see it coming. No, Jody, I have Dominic.
I'm glad he's so true blue.
Oh. I don't know about you people, I'm telling you. It's funny because I used to be on Tinder. Oh no, I said too much. Are there guys with pickles? Oh no.
Dominic, no, you don't.
Dominic,
Right there. Dominic, tell her.
I think he said the opposite of what you wanted him to say there, Brian. Get him under control.
That's funny.
I don't know about y'all. Boy, you done a lot.
Here we go, Anthony.
What else besides Tinder? Oh no, oh no. Look out, Anthony. You're on your own, honey. I think Dominic just got dumped.
Brian Diddy B.
Oh. searching pickles. Y'all are wrong. Just wrong. I'm telling you, wrong.
Facebook dating.
I'm trying to put
I had
sheets on
Facebook
the
dating a week ago, a couple of times. It was crazy with the perverts.
So what, you actually have a date on Facebook? Is that how that works?
I don't know. I didn't even know there was a Facebook dating. Boy, am I out of the loop.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you don't need to know.
You know, there's some things I probably don't.
We're better off not knowing.
Yep.
Brian, Jody probably fell asleep.
No,
She's right there.
moved in behind.
No,
She's
on
right
our
there. I
Facebook
see her.
Oh.
She's
on
right
our
there.
date.
If you only knew, Brian. I think Tinder was the only dating app I really had. I can't think right now with my blonde hair stare showing. I was born a blonde, so it's all good. I hope you didn't video them. Now you know why she was screen recording.
Yeah. She can post at her own option then.
Yep.
Yeah, that should, we really do have to get together and figure that one out. Jody's a flasher.
It's a flasher.
Mhm. No, I didn't know that.
Thanks for the information. I'll have to check that out.
How did you find that out, Brian? Were you on the other side of that video call?
Linda, there's some things we shouldn't know the answer to.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't ask you. You're right. You're right. Strike that from the record. I didn't ask that.
I've been known to moon people on the water a few times. Full moon in effect? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Nature calls, I guess.
Yeah.
Dating profile.
Poor Jody's trying to get to sleep, and Brian keeps her up.
It just happened. I was in love, and she thought she wasn't live. In a live. Okay, I was going to say, when did you fall in love, and are you like crushed because Dominic, or I was so lost. It just happened. Really? Holy crap! I didn't know that.
Jody does a lot of stuff for her sleep.
Yeah, she does. I still remember the time Jody was fishing and there was a spider on her boat. That was funny.
The spider won.
It scared the crap out of her.
Mm-hmm.
So I was nice and went back through the live and screenshotted the spider and sent her the picture so she could have a picture to commemorate the spider that scared the crap out of her, which I'm sure just made her all the more happier. Jody, just know Brian is always watching, not commenting. Hey, stop doing what I do, Brian.
Yeah, I think you all do that. You like
I
to
stay out of trouble
Yeah,
by not commenting.
I know for a fact that there's a lot of shows Ed's watching. I know he's watching them, but he never says a word in the whole thing. I usually try to let people know I'm watching. If I have time to chat, I usually get in.
If certain people that I watch, if I do not speak in their live, I will message them just to let them know that I am in there and I am listening, kind of like what Dominic does.
Mm-hmm.
But I, for the most part, have been avoiding, I'd say, about 75% of the channels. So
Well,
now you know why I got so much time to diamond paint. Because I'm not watching YouTube anymore.
and canning season's starting, so
Yeah, it is.
that'll keep
Well,
you extra.
that's something else since Dominic's in here. Hey, Dominic, if I get the stuff and make a green hot sauce, can I send you some to try, please? And let me know if it's okay, because green hot sauce I can make year round. It's the red hot sauce that I have to wait for the jalapenos. Brian says, Rhonda, I'd be busy sometimes, so I don't comment because I don't want to be rude and not speak to everyone.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
rude.
that's what I do when I get into it. When I'm watching and I don't have time to chat and answer everybody, then I won't get in at all.
No, not yet, Anthony.
Not yet, but he's probably close.
Give him 20 minutes. Give him 20
Anthony,
minutes.
Anthony, just because you came in late, I'll let you know. This show started out being all about we were opening the season today to tell everybody that next Wednesday night, midnight to 4 in the morning, Thursday morning, we'll be doing our first fishing show for the season. So we're starting the show for the season.
Which means next Wednesday, actually sometime between now and next Wednesday, when Mr. Ed decides to set up the live, you want to be looking for this thumbnail for this season, provided by Mr. John Parker. Thank you very much, sir. Excellent work as always.
Right. This is the new thumbnail that you'll be looking for to announce when his show starts.
Yep.
So that's the new thumbnail for season 3.
Hot off the press today by Mr. John Parker.
Actually, just hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did an awesome job with it.
Oh, Anthony.
Hey, Brian, that's what fish looks like.
Oh. Anthony Banks says, okay, got it.
All right.
That was the most important thing to get. Everything else is just joking, cutting up, and having a good time. So if you got questions, just ask. We will fill you in. Jody, yep, you did. I wasn't in the group, but somebody probably screen recorded it and sent to him.
Probably. I'm sure it got around.
We is a mess. What can I say?
But it's a fun mess, though.
Yeah.
We're not hurting anybody.
Nope. Although I probably have a list. Never mind. Shut up, Rhonda. I have a couple of times actually completely by accident.
Jody, come on. It was staged. You know it.
And she said, Ed, I don't believe you said that.
Right. Brian B's laughing.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You got anything else to add?
Mm-mm. No.
You ready, Jack?
Sure.
Okay.
Phone on nightstand, no accidents.
Well, glad to see you made it home safe, pal.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we can pick on him even harder.
He's already got his phone on the nightstand, so he's trying to tell you something. Oh, jeez. Was that a video chat? It was, wasn't it?
You know the deal, but the other times I fell asleep with my phone in my hand. I know there was one time I was watching and she fell asleep. And I forget whose show it was that we were watching, and she was in the chat, and all of a sudden, like half of the chat disappeared. She banned them all. She had fallen asleep, and her hand slid across and just started banning.
You see me up and you see them all.
That's
Ain't
what
that
Ed says. That's what Ed says.
No, I said
That's why I said
She
that.
is
Go
a
ahead. What did
certified
you say?
blocker.
He just took that bait. Go ahead. What did you say?
boobs are like fish. Even the small ones are fun to play with.
But I'm going to add to that, Ed. I really think that our body design was completely messed up, because he really should have put the boobs on the back, because then men would have something to play with while slow dancing. And if that gets you banned or blocked, I apologize, but I thought it was funny.
Good one, Ron. That's a good one. But that wasn't exactly what I thought you were going to say. But that's all right. That's good enough.
Brian B. Amen, Ed. I'm not picky.
Well, this is a fishing show, so he had to bring up there.
It's a mess, I'm telling you.
So do you want to wrap this up till next week?
Sure.
Hey, we even did almost a 4-hour show.
Really? I don't
3
even know
hours and 42 minutes.
Okay, I didn't even know what time it was, but
21.
okay. Well, I see Ed's eyes getting heavy and chat's slowing up, so I figured it's
It's about
probably
that time.
yeah, it's probably time to call it a night. And
Yeah, Jody wanting to take a nap makes me tired, so.
Jody, stay away from me and I have a restraining order against you. That's why she said she'd be on the water. Hey, Dave Bozarth, how are you?
Oh, Dave!
Hey, Dave, how's it going, buddy?
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Dave's just walking into the room.
I know.
Rhonda, would you like to put the thumbnail up there?
Dave, this is what we're looking for. Starting
I'm on
next
it.
week. The season's starting next Wednesday midnight to 4 Thursday morning.
Yeah, we're starting up. This is the new thumbnail, just hot off the press today by Mr. John Parker. So this is season 3 now. This is our 3rd season of doing this.
Doesn't seem possible, does it?
No, awesome.
Hard to believe.
And I got 2 fantastic co-hosts. I have Miss Butterflies and Sunshine, and I have Rhonda from Fishing for Whiskers.
Night, Anthony. I'll see you Sunday. Have a good one.
Brian B., that's what catfish look like, buddy.
Here, wait a minute. We'll show off. We'll show off the PB, and that way everybody can see what a real fish looks like. Because we know Brian forgot.
There you go.
There you go.
So
Sure.
we'll
Butterflies
refresh.
and Sunshine's personal best. There it is.
And there's another angle. It's almost as tall as she is.
35 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going for broke this year. I'm trying to get 40 or above.
Well, I'm telling you, you got to wait and let us get the anchor made. That way we don't lose our Linda.
Yep. Well, they do make ankle weights for the gym.
Yeah, but you would need about 50 or 60 pounds, and I don't see you walking with that on your ankles. Brian, I'm going to yoke you if you come to Tennessee. I'm going to hug him and squeeze him and love him and pet him and call him George. I remember that. The abominable snowman with I think it was Bugs Bunny.
Anthony saying he'll see you Sunday.
Yes. I already said that.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Well, we're going to wrap this up. We want to thank everybody for stopping in. We just wanted to bring it out there that we were starting our show up next Wednesday night at 12 midnight till 4 a.m.
Yay.
So I can't wait to get back on the water. Weather permitting, Miss Butterflies and Sunshine would like to come out on the first.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't meaning to laugh, but I couldn't help it.
So Miss Butterflies and Sunshine would like to come out on the first outing of the new season, season 3, and see how we make out. Hopefully she gets another PB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And she wants 30 or 40 pounds this year.
Yeah.
Because her heaviest is 35.7. But even if she gets a 36 or a 37 pounder, that's still bigger than your other one.
It's still a PB. It just like, but I gotta work my way up to Stan's expectations.
62.
He called it.
Yeah, Stan
called it. So now
on Stan Day, he called a 62 pounder.
He called it. He said he's guaranteeing I'm gonna get a 62 pounder. He's calling that I'm gonna get a 62 pounder this year. So he gave me some expectations to look forward to. So he inspired me to not just get my 40, but to move on to 62.
That's a big fish, 60 pounds. That
was a big fish when
Yeah.
you look at it with me.
Yeah.
Its tail's still hanging on the ground.
That's what I said. It's almost as tall as you are.
If I could have lifted it that high, it probably would have been up to my eyeballs.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Rhonda. I got a note there in the pictures for Brian B.
You have a note in the picture.
Yeah, you want to bring it up?
For Brian B.
Yeah. It says fish around and find out.
Oh, yeah, that one. See, I was looking at it. I'm like, is that the one he's talking about? So, yeah, I just clicked over and I'm looking and I'm like, fish around and find out. And then you got the one about the flag and the reel. I'm like, is that it? Which one's he talking about?
Well, this one right here. That one's for Brian B. Fish around and find out.
Oh, Brian. Night, night, Jody.
Good night, Jody.
No promises, Anthony. He said no pickles. Daddy's home.
Oh, good cooker booker.
Thanks for Brian and Eric B. Is there anything you'd like to add before we leave?
No, I'm just thankful for everybody that came in and made this such a fun show. like I said, we're off to a good start as far as the comedy cabaret.
Yeah.
So, and we'll throw a little fishing in there, and hey, we'll be having a good time, which is what it's all about.
Yep,
So,
yep.
And
And
hopefully
if
we
I
get some
can keep,
big fish to show you
we
soon.
got the wizard on one end, and we got the fisherman on the other, and I'm
and if,
something in the middle.
if
Yeah.
I can keep Chrissy up late and on bad weather weeks, her and I can have diamond painting contests, see who gets done faster.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There you go.
So at least there'd be some entertainment.
Yeah, well, when the chat gets slow,
Yep,
you guys can do your little contest thing.
yep.
But there you go.
Rhonda, you want to put the groundhog up?
Groundhog.
Yeah.
There's
Get the boat ready.
There's a groundhog picture.
Yeah.
There is.
He did warn me that he put some other pictures up, but I didn't have a chance to go in and look at them all.
Is
So
that
I
the one
can't.
above Jeff's thumbnail? Oh no, I see it. I see it. I found it.
That's for Brian B.
Another one for Brian B.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got all
Eric
kinds of images
Beason.
loaded in here.
Welcome in, Eric B.
There you go, Brian B. Get the boat ready.
Get the boat ready.
Hey, Eric.
Good morning, Eric.
I was
How's it
just
going,
gonna
buddy?
say, good morning. Yep. Go to sleep. You're already late. Good Lord.
That's awesome. We had a really great time tonight. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. And as always, until we meet again, we'll catch you all later.
Be well, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next try.
Good night, everybody.
You have anything else to add, Rhonda?
No, I'm good. I'm just thankful everybody came in and we had a good time and everything went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We got off to a little bit of a technical rocky start, but
I was going to say, and my microphone finally decided to cooperate.
Oh, they were just cobwebs. That's all. We just had to get them out of the way.
Yep.
But we were off for 5 months, and things are going to happen. We forget stuff. I know I do. So.
Hey, he admits it.
Yes, I do.
I know, Linda. I know.
Brian has been trying to be a bad influence on the catfishing angel. There she is, trying to get the last word in.
Yeah, well,
Brian definitely going to get the last word.
Brian has been trying to be a bad influence. Nobody's worried about non-fishing Brian. Jody sleep texting again.
I knew he was going to say something.
All right, guys. Well, adios and have a wonderful night or day today.
Yeah.
And
oh no, wait a minute. Stop the presses. Mr. Mike Chavez has just entered the building.
Mike, fishing and cooking with Mike. Hey, Mike, welcome in.
Mike, what are you just getting up?
He
no,
just got off work.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Welcome
he
in.
does come
Hello.
in late. He does come in late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to stop and remember too. If we were doing our regular time, we'd only have been live for about an hour, which is about when Mike shows up. Either he's at work getting ready to leave and he'll listen in while he's traveling, or he jumps in chat when he gets home. Usually, at least that's what I remember.
Before, he does. He usually comes home and then doesn't he eat and go to bed?
Yeah, and he usually sits here with us while he's eating and whatnot, and then he says goodnight to us.
Yeah. So, say hi to Sharon.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Because we started early, and So we were just signing off, but we wanted to say hi. We saw your name pop up, so.
Had to stop the presses.
You want to show them the new avatar for this year?
Yep. Let me
Yeah, for
grab
this
that real
season?
quick. Hang tight. I gotta switch to that to grab this to do that.
Mike,
Yay!
this is what you're going to be looking for, buddy. This is the new one, hot off the press by Mr. John Parker.
The new thumbnail, yep.
There you go. Season 3.
Ed and his twins.
Yeah.
Was that the night though that you had triplets?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, but I could only hold 2.
Yeah.
One was laying on the floor.
Yeah, another Mr. Parker masterpiece.
Yes, it
What
was.
you should have done was put one across your lap while you were sitting down and hold the other 2 in your arms.
Yeah, I should have done that, but
The
But
other
I got a
two would have
feeling
been
you would have
dragging
gotten,
on the floor though.
yeah,
if you were
the other
pushing.
2 would have been on the
Yeah.
floor too.
I got a feeling you would have been hurting then anyway.
Yeah.
They'd have beat you up.
That was on Jody's show, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Was on one of Jody's shows. Yep. Yep.
All right, gang. That's it. We want to thank you all for stopping in. Check us out. Come Wednesday. We're going to be fishing. Can't wait to get back on the water.
We'll all be there one way or another.
And if the weather's permitting, Miss Butterflies and Sunshine, she'll be out on boat for the maiden voyage for this season.
Start the season. Yep.
Yeah. But if it's raining real bad, she'll
I'll probably be hiding in the
she'll
house.
opt out and pick another day.
That's it. Well, he said he'll have to put me in the rotation then with all the other people. So
Right.
I'll just have to take my chances.
There you go.
All right, gang. With that being said, thanks again for stopping in, and we'll see you all next week.
All right.
Good night, everybody.